Okay, hello everybody. We gotta do a couple things. Well, I'll start with this. So if you guys remember in the last stream, you guys were telling me that there was a what was it? The new intro and ending, new OP and ending for R2 came out for the rebroadcast. Apparently, I actually found it on some random YouTube video. I'll link it later on. When I'm done streaming. But I did find the video. I downloaded it for convenience sake. But yeah, we're gonna go over the new intro and ending for R2 that just came out. I don't know. I guess recently, since it's on YouTube now. Hopefully, it'll still be on there when you know when I shared the video. But let me put my face actually. Let me change it to this. No, that's bad because then you can't see my. Maybe I'll just show the video and just I'll talk as we watch it. Okay. And let's do one more thing here. I want stereo audio. Yeah, that's very important. Hopefully the song isn't copyright because that would really suck. But here we go. Let's watch from the beginning. This is a new opening for R2 that's part of the rebroadcasting. Okay, let's stop right here. So first thing I've noticed is that it starts off by showing you everything that happened in R1 in really quick succession. Like if I was to go back real quick here. So you see Lelouch, that's right after he defeats Cornelia. Then he uses Geass on her. New different colors. So you have like, that's at the Special Administrative Zone Japan. That's right after, that's the start of the Black Rebellion. Can't quite see what that is. Obviously, use the Egwene. That's when he fights Cornelia. That'll be the first time when Lancelot, I believe, does his thing. That's when Lancelot Zaku defeats Colin. And so it gives you a quick summary of what happened the last episodes of R1. And then the helmet splits open, revealing Lelouch to be a 0 to both Colin and Zaku. So that's that. I assume they're showing water because C2 swims in the water after the Egwene is destroyed. I assume that's why they're showing that. Okay, so this is Zaku showing Lelouch to the Emperor. That's Lelouch being, that's when he was labeled. There's a, in the first episode you see a bunch of people who are either captured or dead or still on the run, so that's that. This is the scene, obviously, when Zaku and Nelly are putting out candles for people. And this is where I believe Zaku sees one for Euphemia that Lelouch put out earlier in that day. That's from turn 8. So one thing that this intro does is that it's just accumulation of clips. There isn't any new footage in it, which is a little disappointing because the new intro had a lot of new footage. This is just like creative ways to show stuff, but it's just old footage. I mean that's from the first episode of R1 when Lelouch gets his Geass back. They show this in the they show this entire sequence in the intro as well, but this is when Lelouch is like, I need power to win, and Ceja's like, you have the power, you've always had it, or something. Or it's been sealed away. There's the lock-in. This is kind of new, I guess, but yeah, that's from turn 8. I wonder if this intro goes up to turn 8. I don't see anything past that at this point. Which, I guess that makes sense. Oh wait, that's 6. Oh, this is past turn 8. Obviously, it's Chinese Federation stuff. That's 12 right there. That's from the first episode. I'm about to say I thought this was new at first, but I'm pretty sure this happens in the original episode as well. So, yeah, is that? Yeah, that's a really creepy scene. Pretty good though. I mean, I'll say one thing, even though it's just clips from R2. I mean, it's well put together. Yeah, there we see Orange Boy with V2, and then Tianzi and Shinkai with the Promise. That's Cupid Day. That was not only in the carrying class cruiser when Lelouch goes to encounter her. Well, 0, but same person. Yeah, there's the mask coming off because, you know, Jeremiah used the Geass Canceller on everyone in the room. So, I like that. This is kind of cool. I like this. Where it just gives you like a it goes through all the different characters in the show. I like that. So you see like Zero, Charles, Marion, Detard, Kaguya, Alicia, Cecile, Cannon, Nina, Tianzi, Lloyd, Rakshata. I forgot his name. One of the high eunuchs. V2, Schneisel. And then this is kind of cool too. It gives you like all the Black Knights that are still alive. Unfortunately, we don't see Naomi or Yoshita because they're no longer here. There's C2, Lelouch, one face is cut off because again that might actually hold on. Sorry, my thing goes like 5 seconds, and this is a big deal. If you go back 5 seconds, but all right. So right here, is this new? Or maybe they took an old footage and did some coloring up with it. Anyways, we see Lelouch in the mask covering half his face, because that's the whole issue he has in the story, balanced into 2 lives. Yeah, that's C2 saving him, getting back his powers, and then there's C2, and then it ends. So overall, I would say with the intro, I don't think it's awful. It's just, it looks like a what's it called, an anniversary type of intro, because it doesn't give you any new footage. It's just more of the same. Although, wasn't one of the new R1 endings, it showed like all those funny images that were a little risque, but they did anyways? I think that was R1. Anyways, here's the ending. So it has a bunch of stills of different characters. I kind of like this a little better than the intro, just because it's new stuff. So that's Zero. Then you have Rollo, kind of creepy, not gonna lie. And then you have Nunnally. This one, a lot of people were saying online that this is a really good one to put here, having Euphemia, because a lot of people have stated this, and I sort of agree. Her impact in the story isn't as significant in R2. Obviously, she's no longer part of the story because she's, dead. But, her death was a very important part of the story. So I'm glad that they, in this intro, bring that up. The ending, have her here. So I definitely like that part. And then, of course, you got Zaku, Gennar still. This one's not as good as the Yuffie one. Make sure I didn't miss anything else. Yeah, okay, so there's Zaku. And I think it ends with, Zero, Lelouch with the mask off. And, yeah, that's the ending. The ending is pretty good, actually. The intro is alright, but the ending is pretty solid, so. Overall, it is what it is. It's anniversary stuff. First intro, okay. Ending is pretty good. Alright. Now that I've gone over that, let's actually get started with the manga stuff. But yeah, there you go. Okay. So, let me bring back my face, because you guys wanted to see it so badly. The shit I tell myself. Alright, so in case you guys don't remember what happened last time, Zaku was saved, or Zero saved Zaku. Let's not use passive language. He saved Zaku from Jeremiah, because they were going to execute him. And, yeah, that's kind of where the story led off, where Zaku went to go and face his court-martial, and Zero is now kind of doing his own thing, I suppose. Was this on Reddit? Just a quick question here. Yeah, it was on Reddit. Someone posted on Reddit. That's right. Did you see it? It was on Reddit. Oh, one more thing I want to mention. I kind of crapped on these translations, but just so you guys know, and oh wait, hold on, I gotta change one thing here. Just so you guys know, this was translated by a fan, not like an official company or anything. These are fan translations, so I'm not going to be too harsh on them. Obviously, the original source material that was dubbed by professionals is better, but I will say that for what this is, it's not terrible. So just want to mention that. Okay. Now, the whole event is weirdly placed because, as you guys know, in the original series, Zaku was saved in stage 4. This event, taking out these smugglers, that happened in stage 9. So the order of events is kind of messed up here, but that's what they wanted to do. So we see Zero, and by the way, it's just Zero and Colin teaming up here. You don't see anyone else. It's almost like it's just Zero and Colin doing everything. One thing the story did, which I think is somewhat bad and somewhat good, that they trimmed the fat a little bit with the characters. Although I don't know why they got rid of Cornelia, but they kept the entire student council. And by doing this whole trimming the fat, they can focus more on the main cast of characters. There's not too many people in the story, which sometimes I think works. Other times, not so much. Like in this case here, you just have Zero and Colin doing like everything, and sometimes it's a bit ridiculous. Like I don't know how these two are going to take out Britannia. I mean, they do some stuff in these chapters which are a little, uh, I don't know. I guess it kind of works, but it also kind of makes everything seem a lot smaller in conflict. The next chapter, this one, no, I'm sorry, chapter 8, they did a pretty good job managing a situation at Port Yokozuka with foul nightmare frames, which we'll get to later. Anyways, back to this point here. It's just Zero and Colin taking on entire drugs smugglers, but these people don't have. It's not refrain, as far as I know. So we see there's Colin taking out some guys. No one shoots her, I guess, because she's really talented. And see, it's politicians that are corrupting Britannia. So Zero and Colin are basically cleaning up the streets, because the police is not able to do so. This is a really good. I really like this a lot because in the original anime, this never happened where Kyo confronts Jeremiah about what happened. Instead, it's like, or at least I don't think it happened. If it did, let me know. I'm pretty sure they didn't have this confrontation. I know there's a part in stage 4 where Kyo talks to the other pure blood and say how like Jeremiah needs to go and these guys are ruining everything. I They might have had an argument maybe in the Coliseum, but it wasn't like this where Kyo directly confronts Jeremiah and asks him about, what the hell happened, essentially. With this whole orange stuff, that's why you decided to release Zaku. And he had no idea any of that stuff, and so they're really pissed off at him. They might have had this conversation in the original anime, I just don't remember. But regardless, I like how they addressed this here. This scene, even if they didn't show in the anime, this probably did happen, but it was better to do it like this. And this is so then we see this is when Yuffie joins because in this story Cornelia is not in there, so we have Euphemia instead. She joins. She goes to Japan to become the viceroy. So that's why they're going like, "Oh, you're here," because Yuffie just showed up. And okay, so yeah, that's that part here. Nothing else to note. They're just doing a little special on Zero. Then we see C2 and Lelouch talking. Now, they changed the whole order here. Originally, anime, I think it was stage 5. C2 and Lelouch talk about everything. Geass, Orange, all that stuff. They do it also over a period of days. The first night is about Geass, second day is about Orange. They first had this conversation before Lelouch, like C2 first appears to Lelouch before they say to Zaku. Then after he's saved, they have the conversation about Orange. And the first conversation was about Geass. Also, they mentioned another thing too is they talk about like, he was going to defeat Britannia without the Geass. That in the conversation order, I know this is like really like getting into the weeds of it, but technically this was discussed first before the Orange stuff, but they changed the order. Really random, really random notes. But I'm like, wait a minute, that okay. That's what happens when you watch the show too much. You're like, oh damn, there's like so much. So much things I recognize, which is a little weird, but that's not weird. Maybe a little. Maybe it's a sign I've been watching too much, or not enough. I don't know. So, anyways, they're talking about like the whole Orange situation, just like the anime. It's the same reason. He just wanted to get them to like fighting against each other, and so he created a little bit of dissent, which is the Orange stuff. And C2 is, as usual, eating pizza. She eats way more pizza in the manga than she does in the anime, which is interesting. They really wanted to go with that entire plan, or that they wanted to really focus in on that. Like, see here, she's eating pizza here, and later on we'll see it as well. And again, same conversation. He's going to use the Geass power to destroy Britannia. He was going to do it before or without it, but he he'll do it. He'll do it with it. The Geass power is increasing, is making it easier for him to do it. He mentions this whole thing like, is Zero the friend of all without power? Pretty much. And I believe there's something else here. Yeah, she's eating pizza. Now this is kind of interesting. He says, "You retard." That's not what it's in the actual translation. That's funny. It says here that he called it Geass, and she's like, "Oh, I see. You called it that power." And he said, "Well, it should have a name, shouldn't it?" And I'm not sure why she said that because it doesn't show it. It doesn't show it here. But check this out. Yeah, he says. Or maybe he does. Hold on, I'm gonna go back. Yeah, Geass, right. So it does say Geass. And then he goes like this power. It should have a name, right? But I thought she told him it was called Geass. I'm not sure why he called it Geass and said it's almost like he named it Geass and C2 didn't, which I'm pretty sure is not what happened, unless that's this version of that story. So this I like this little part here because I mentioned in other live streams that Lelouch in this story has more time to reflect on things as opposed to the original where he just kind of keeps going and forgets about stuff that's happened before. At least it seems like it because he's mentioning how Zaku left and wants to make change from within, and he thinks he's an idiot for doing this. I don't think it used that particular term, but he's not happy with him doing that. I don't recall Lelouch ever thinking about Zaku's actions after he left him to go join Britannia. When they have confrontations, he'll say, like, you fool, you think ideals alone can make change. But as far as I know, I don't think he has these type of moments where he's reflecting on Zaku. And in the earlier chapters, when he thought Zaku was dead, he was thinking about that even after the fact. So I like that they spend more time with Lelouch actually thinking about this stuff. And that kind of happens too when you have less characters to focus on your story and you kind of simplify things a little further. So yeah, that's all of that. Oh, and this is cute too. He C2 feeds Arthur because if you guys remember, Lelouch and Zaku find Arthur before Yuffie, and he doesn't join the student council immediately. Instead, he stays with Lelouch since Arthur likes Lelouch for some reason. And Lelouch is wondering, who the new governor is going to be, and I think there might have been something else. Just making sure I didn't have missed here. Yeah, Lelouch wonders why it took so long to release Zaku and who the new viceroy is going to be. Because they announced that Zaku was released since, he was, not, Zero was revealed to be the viceroy's killer. So there's that. Zaku goes back to school, and what I like about this is that the 11s think he's a traitor because he's part of Britannia, and the Britannians don't like him either. So he's kind of in a bad place, just like he was when he first joined the school in stage 6, although in this case he's been there for a while now, so I guess he's used to that stuff. He ignores Lelouch completely, which makes sense because he told Lelouch, hey, stay away from me. I'm no longer going to be, if I'm here at school, you shouldn't be around me because of your past and stuff. People shouldn't know we're friends or anything. Remember this guy, this bloke, the guy who tried to shoot Colin. Yeah, that guy. Anyways, he's still, he encounters Zaku and he taunts him, all that stuff, and then his cronies attack Zaku. He's like, you know what? I was trained in military hand-to-hand combat, but they rush him, and then a bunch of books fall on them from Yuffie, which is kind of cute because she's like, sorry, I dropped my books, and then, hey, you want to show me around the school? And he's like, yeah, no, you don't want to be associated with me. I will say I like this much better than the anime where Yuffie just jumps out of a window and lands on Zaku. Here it's still contrived, but I like how it's I was afraid that was going to happen. Okay, well, I have really long arms. That's what happens. So what I was saying was when Yuffie jumps out the window, it was kind of a weird situation. Now I understand why they did that in the anime because she was escaping from her sister, and so it made more sense. But here she's allowed to go to the school for 3 days. That's why she's currently there, and so it's kind of cute. She drops the books on the guys who were confronting Suzaku, and then asks him to join her to show around the school because she's in the uniform there. And Zaku, instead of being so insistent in the anime, he's like, "You really don't want to be with me. I'm telling you, not a good idea, not a good plan." But she insists anyways, and so that's what they decide to do. I don't think I missed anything else. Nope, it did not. Okay. She goes like, "You better show me anyways." I like this part here where C2 and Lelouch talk about the mask, and they didn't do that in the original anime where he mentions how it has a voice changer. I assume that they might have discussed it behind the scenes, but here they actually do mention it. So I like that little part. Again, when you have a little more time to do stuff, you can have you can show these scenes to explain little things here and there. Oh, it's funny too because Arthur puts his face into the mask. Then Lucia's like, "Hey, where's that mask? Get back." He goes, "What? Give what back?" And then Arthur runs away with the mask, and it's really funny. And Millie's like, "What's going on?" And he said, "No, don't worry about it." And then he chases after the mask. Then of course I think Colin sees as well. But before that, she's trying to call him, and she's not able to get a hold of him, which makes her annoyed because she can't really trust him. Although later on, she even thinks that his voice and Zero's are very similar. So we see Arthur running, and then Colin almost sees Arthur running. So Lelouch puts his hands around her face so she doesn't see Arthur, which is kind of similar to when when he grabbed Colin, so she would not see C2. And then Shirley, of course, is present again to see this. What I like about this version is that Shirley is like not pleased with what happened. Instead of like in the anime where they have like a she sees C2 got these names, Colin and Lelouch nearly kissing. She encounters Shirley later on to talk about it. Here, to save time, they have Shirley present when Lelouch attempts to hug Colin. Then when Lelouch runs away, and because Colin's really confused, Shirley's like, "Wait, were you hugging were you hugging Lelouch? Are you guys a thing?" So they kind of like try to get all these things done in one scene. Uh, what this manga does is they take a lot of events from the original anime that were not that big relatively, and they like to add more to them. Like this particular event with chasing Arthur, they threw a lot more things in there, like this scene of or this part of Lelouch hugging Colin, that whole misunderstanding where Shirley thinks they're a couple, then confronts Colin. That happens in a completely different situation and over a period of time. The manga kind of like strips it down to like this one part here, which is fine. Then we see Yuffie and Zaku together, and a ball is. Oh, hold on. What the hell? I missed this. Oh, okay. I think I missed something. Yeah, I must have missed a page. Well, anyways, there's a page here where I'll show you guys real quick. I plan to take photos of all these eventually at some point. There's a part here. I don't know why I forgot it, but let's see. Yeah, hold on. I missed there's like 3 pages I'm missing here. What the hell? One second. One second. I'll just pull it up on the website. Let's see. Read Code Geass Manga. That's really weird. I don't know why I'm missing it. Oh no, it's chapter 6. I don't know what the hell happened there. But anyways, I'll just pull it up real quick. Let's see. Oh, he just clipped it off. He never had it. Okay. Well, look at that. I didn't fudge up. He never had it. Okay. Well, then I'll have to show you. So I'll just show you what happened. Okay. Hopefully, you guys can see this. I should have beforehand. I guess I trusted this way too much. Okay. So check this out. Okay. One more. All right. So in this scene here, you guys can see this or not. It's really hard to tell. But what was happening there was Shirley confronts Colin about again the whole thing about who if they're a couple or not a couple, and Colin's like, no, we're nothing. Then C2 joins in, which I think is very adorable, and she's wearing Nunnally's outfit, and she's like, it's too tight across the chest, which reminds me when Gimli said that when Gimli told Aragorn when he put on the chainmail, it's a little tight across the chest. It was kind of funny, and there's a really cute flirting scene where Lelouch tells C2, take that off, and she's like doing it right there. And he said, oh, not here, obviously. And this is also where Lelouch tells C2, hey, don't mess with me or I'm going to use Geass on you. And she's like, would it work on me? Which again was they have it on the roof instead of here. So again, they're throwing a lot of stuff into this one scene, which I think it worked pretty well. And then Lelouch falls into the bush instead of falling in the bushes by running around like he did in the show. C2 kind of distracts him and he falls into the bush, which I thought, again, I liked that a lot better than the alternative in the anime. Then we found that Zaku, like Yuffie has to eat snacks, so she makes Zaku eat snacks. Then a ball comes to her, and she tries to kick it. You guys can see that. And when she tries to kick it, she falls on the floor because, Yuffie's not athletic. So now we're back to this part here. No, here. Come on now. Here we go. Okay. So this is Yuffie after failing to kick the ball to the girls, and instead falls on her butt, which was, I think, kind of funny because she's not very athletic, which makes sense. But I really like that. Like I mentioned before, I really like that part where C2 is running with Lelouch, and they have like a little funny moment where he tells her to take off her clothes, and she won't. That they kind of like use Geass on me and stuff, and would have even worked. So I like that. They combined a lot of elements from different episodes into one section here, and in my mind, it worked pretty well. So then they're talking about the school, and this is how they, in the original series, Yuffie and Zaku have like a conversation about this kind of stuff at the ghetto, about the 11s and Japanese working together. I'm sorry, the 11s and Britons working together. And here they have it at the school instead, because the school is in this version of the story, wasn't in the anime as far as I know. It allowed both people, so Britons and 11s, whereas I don't think it did in the original anime. Until Zaku believes in Yuffie's a mess, he wants to work with her, and then of course he sees Lelouch running away, which I absolutely liked. Thought it was a really nice touch, and so he goes after him, and Yuffie's like, "Okay, I'll see you later." They run up the tower just like before. Nothing really changed here. Although I will say that in this version, because Lelouch and Zaku were hanging out in the park, they already established that he's in better shape than him. Whereas in the original anime, I think it was the first time they discussed this whole discrepancy between the two of them and how Lelouch is in terrible shape, whereas Zaku is in really good shape. And they run up. Oh, that's another thing too. So we see Millie at this point noticing what's going on. She doesn't do anything like no, there's no like contest to find the cat, no like kissing any student council members. They skip all that stuff and just have her at the end going, "Oh, what's going on here?" She takes microphone, and she's like, not microphone, a megaphone, I believe, and is screaming out loud what's going on, which annoys which annoys Lelouch. And eventually, Lelouch realizes that Arthur has the mask, doesn't want Zaku to get it, so he pretends to fall off, or Zaku has to save him. The mask falls away. Then Lelouch goes after it, and of course Yuffie's happy because she likes Zaku. So Zaku returns with Arthur, the same cat from before, and Lelouch appears uh, later on because he was trying to get something, which is what Zaku tells everyone here. There's a good part here where Nina goes, "But he's an 11," and Millie's like, "Nina, will you cut that out?" Basically, the this actually happened in stage 6 when they said, "Oh, he's an honor Britannian," and then Nina's like, "It doesn't matter to me." So they still have Nina being a little racist in the story, but they have it changed up here. So she makes that comment here instead of there in stage 6. Then eventually, the same thing as before. Like, Colin's like, "Are you guys friends?" And Luke goes, "Yes, we are friends, and I want him in the student council." And they, of course, agreed with. And then that's how it ends. Oh, no, it does not. Wow, they missed a lot when they. Okay, well, there's one more part about this that they don't show for some reason. I guess I'll have to really upload. I'll have to upload. This is the first time where it didn't match up completely. So after I really like this part a lot. After Suzaku joins the student council or is asked, the request is accepted. Lelouch sees Euphemia. So they kind of have it, but they don't here. I think they don't have it. Let's see. Yeah, they don't have it. So Yuffie sees Lelouch here. You guys can see there or not. Again, I'll have images in the future. I really thought I had the whole thing. So Lelouch sees Yuffie, and Yuffie sees him. They're like, "Wait, oh my god, it's Yuffie, Lelouch." So that's how they have the whole reunification in the story. In the original anime, it was like first Yuffie suspected Zero might be Lelouch in the when they're in that hotel jacking at Lake Kawaguchi, and then in stage 19, she confirms it when he takes off he takes off his helmet. She knew it was always him. But in this story, like, because she's part of the student body, they meet up that way. And I have to admit, I liked it a lot better. It's less weird and contrived, where Yuffie doesn't have to like, "Oh, I knew it was always you" or something. She just meets him early on. And maybe that does happen. I don't know. I forgot if she figures out that Lelouch is Zero in the same way. But even if that was the case, because she met Lelouch, it adds a little more. It's a little more, I guess, believable. And I just like the setting better, where it's like a school setting, and it's not as weird. I don't know because she gets to go for 3 days, and she happens to like Suzaku, which I like. That was a little contrived, but it's both. It's contrived in both cases. I don't know. I just like this better, where she just meets up with him at school as opposed to on an island somewhere. Well, we know the island, but you know what I mean. Okay, I'll read some comments, move on to the next chapter. But yeah, this chapter was really good. In fact, all three were fantastic. I'm really liking the interaction between all the characters and how they're taking a lot of big moments in different episodes and combining them into like parts, small parts in the anime, making them larger here. Like I said, the entire Arthur chase wasn't like there were a couple important things in the anime, but here they threw a lot at you. They threw in the whole Shirley Colin jealousy part. C2 and Luch talk about how Geass would work. They mentioned, and of course, Yuffie learning that Lelouch is still alive. I mean, those are pretty big parts of the story, and they have it all in one little section here. So definitely like that a lot better. Okay, let's see. Non-fight versus Zaku and Euphemia versus Bruce Wayne and Andrea Belmont. Oh, you know what? I want to say Andrea Beaumont because she was going to go to jail and then never see her again. Since you brought it up, I have a question for you, Neozoic, and anyone else who's watching, and that is, okay, I understand Andre had to leave for obvious reasons, but why the hell did she never come back into the story? I mean, if you watch the last episode of Justice League Unlimited Season 1, Andrea was sent by Amanda Waller to kill Terry McGinnis' parents. So she's still a living person at this point. She's not dead or anything. Why she never went to go see Bruce Wayne? And also, why isn't in Batman Beyond when he goes to all the women that he used to like, including obviously Selena and Lois Lane, and of course Batgirl, which is I'm not even going to touch that one. Why doesn't he have a picture of Andrea Beaumont? It's so weird. The show like wanted to have her in the story, but not want to have her in the story. It was. I'm so mad. They should have brought Andrea Beaumont back, even for like a random episode, because she really loved him. There's no reason why in that version of the story they couldn't have been a thing. I know Wonder Woman and Batman was a couple in the Just League and Just League Unlimited to an extent, but I'm just saying Andrea Beaumont. The only reason why she couldn't be a Bruce Wayne was because of she's a criminal. That's it. It's the only reason why they couldn't be a couple. And it looks like it didn't matter anymore later on in the story. So that's not even what you asked, but you got me started because I'm thinking of Andrea Beaumont. What's more tragic? Yeah, I'm going to go Bam and Andrea Beaumont uh, because of the circumstances where they literally could have been together and it was something really stupid that cut them apart. Or Yuffie and Zaku, I mean, yeah, it was awful because they both gave each other what they needed in terms of like supporting their goals and things like that. I don't know. Andre and Bowman. That was damn it. That was freaking frustrating, especially when like he didn't want to be Batman anymore, and she was like the way to get him out of it. And, damn it. Okay. Oh yeah, the villain. Uh. So we have Charles is dominance, Suzaku is pride or selfishness, manipulation or control. V2 is lies, arrogant. Miles obsession. Shin is chaos. Yeah, Smiles order, and Julius is deception. I like it. She sure does, but that's how it goes. Yeah, that's true. They did. I've noticed in the Japanese sub, the voices are a little different. That's very true. If Valletta told Ogi this, it was never showed. It was never discussed in the meeting. I would have been totally fine with Ogi said, "Hey, listen. So just so you guys know, Valletta's part of the OSI. The OSI has been watching Lelouch now for about several months already. That's where the Geass comes from. We have all the documentation, all the footage, everything you guys need. We'll give it to you after the meeting. If Ogi had said that, I'd believe it, but no, no evidence. Pretty much, man. I'm almost done with the script for that video. There's so much stuff to get through. Actually, Geass more than twice. Remember also Rollo and technically Mao. You mean like memory loss? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can't believe either one. There's no reason to suggest that the people who nuked your men and also conquered the country are believable. Especially when Cornelia Lilly was murdering the resistance fighters in the ghettos. She did not care. Wait, but I thought you said you hated that part. Didn't you say you hated seeing Shirley in the swimsuit? That's just me. I thought you said it didn't make any sense. But okay, I could be wrong. I thought you said that. Well, we already see one interaction where she meets Lelouch and the student council, or at Ashford, which I think made more sense. Lelouch and Suzaku and Yuffie could have been an official couple. Yuffie never would have been on the front lines at any point because she's a student, not a viceroy, a sub viceroy, so she probably never would have been killed anyway. She might have still requested to start the SAS, but it may never happen. She might have honestly just lived a normal life, which that might be better. She probably wouldn't have died. She would be able to see Lelouch and Nelly all the time. They, of course, never reveal the fact that Lelouch is a Britannian, heir to the throne, a Britannian prince. So I think it would have been interesting, a different take on the story. In some ways, better because I think Zaku and Yuffie could have became an official couple and actually had time to be a couple before shit hit the fan. And maybe also like Shirley and Lush could have been one too, and they could have like a double date and have like a prom or something. Now I'm getting all over the place, but like they could have had like more high school stuff. I guess if you've joined the school full time, it would have been more of a high school story. Which I'm not even opposed to the idea. You know how there's a show called Full Metal Panic Famofu, which is it's an I think it's an OVA series that takes place after Full Metal Panic, and it's just high school stuff. It's just Tess Testarossa, um, Chidori, and Sosuke are just together in school, hanging out and doing stuff. That's all it is. It's actually really it's there's no action or anything. It's just high school nonsense. If they made a series like that for Code Geass, where it was like an alternative version where Yuffie joins the school, or maybe it's not an alternative version. Maybe it takes place after Suzaku and Yuffie become an official couple, and instead of like the whole SAS starting right away, we have like them together in school for like a week or something, or a month. Who the hell knows? You don't change too much of the canon; just have them having fun together, and maybe just for fun, like to make sure not feel so bad. Luce pretends to be her boyfriend for a couple weeks or something. I don't know. It could have been cool. He told me all, but the Wagons have more questions on Geass. Actually, they don't. In fact, it's quite the opposite. Instead, what happens is Dietar goes like, "We can't talk about Geass. We can't tell you one because they'll think we're crazy." I'm like, "They'll think you're crazy. You're darn right they'll think you're crazy." I don't recall that conversation ever happening. I know that they discuss like Geass in a more abstract sense, but I don't recall ever putting together how it worked. I'll have to watch that again, but I don't remember that conversation. Um, well, why couldn't they do any animation? But that's good though. I'll check out the comic books if that's the case. But that's frustrating. Why couldn't they do that in the animated series? Again, like if you're gonna have Bruce Wayne go through his past lovers in that one episode with Ra's al Ghul, you couldn't have him look at Andrea Beaumont. Why not? What would have been the problem with that? Um, let's see. BTAS comics have Andrea. I don't mind that, but again, like animated series, even a little reference for for us would be nice. Lelouch Kozaku, the R word would seem offensive nowadays. Reminds you of when Batman called Robin that were in the old Batman and Robin series. But like I said, in the translation, this official translation, not some fan dub, uh, he doesn't call him a retard. He says he's just an idiot. He says, yeah, he just says idiot. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I know it's like backwards. He says idiot. So I don't know why they translate that way. Technically, you could use the word idiot instead of retard over idiot, but he didn't actually say that in that translation. Um, yeah, that whole statement about like who would be the real Zero, that's a dumb part of the story because how did you know Lelouch was the real Zero? They never really confirmed that. They just went along with Schnazel's bullshit. It all worked out well, but in reality, it didn't make any sense. Was properly seated. No, here's why we'll somewhat agree with the statement about that. There was a betrayal that was going to happen in the story. That's like I'm not going to deny that. The problem is the execution of said betrayal was terrible. Yes, you could definitely agree. Even as soon as like when Katase was killed, Ogi was very skeptical about that because he didn't think that Katase would kill himself. I'm not. Yeah, kill himself. And Detail's like, well, you're probably right about that. And how about when after Kusakabe killed himself, the entire four holy swords were like, isn't that kind of weird he'd kill himself like that? And I remember, I think, was it Senba or Chiba said like, well, they didn't try to stop him or anything. So there always was seeds of dissent happening. The problem is the way it accumulated was dumb. Instead of the Black Knights confronting Lelouch based on evidence and people, have their skepticism about his actions, instead, like Schneiders comes in and is like, by the way, guys, here's the entire plot of the story, and then goes through it in a weird, contrived nonsense, and somehow it convinces people to believe things that they shouldn't. I mean, all the Black Knights knew at this point was that Lelouch may be doing things, activities that he wasn't aware of, they were not aware of, and we can't trust him as a result. And if they had just kept with that story and progressed with it, it would have been much easier to convince them. But Schnazzo went along the whole like Britannian prince with supernatural powers approach, which should not have been believable, but it went that direction anyways. So no, I do not agree. And the films, all it did was cut out stuff. Somehow that fixes things. Like Ogi says, we have all the evidence we need, and that's it. There's nothing else to it. Doesn't explain what the evidence is. They cut it out, so I guess it's good enough. We don't learn why Ogi betrayed Lelouch. We don't know what the deal was for Lelouch. They just skip all those scenes and go right to the confrontation. So yeah, I don't agree with that at all. I was paying attention. I was paying way too much attention. That's the problem. Okay, fair enough. As for Andrea Beaumont, my only guess is that Bruce didn't have pictures of Andrea, probably because it brings back painful memories between them. Then again, I'm just guessing. I don't know. I feel like all of them would have been painful memories. I mean, even with like Batgirl, that was really weird. I disagree with that. What's the painful memories exactly? They were good memories. The very end wasn't that great, but why not think about that stuff? Also, no picture of Wonder Woman. That's because this came before Justice League, so I can't fault them on what they didn't know, but they might have forgotten. I don't know. Don't point guns at him. He's thinking him as pawns. Well, that point, Zero wanted to die anyways. Did they explain what happened to her character? That's not what I remember. I just remember her coming in there and he was going to kill Terry's parents and then gave up, and that was it. I don't recall them ever saying what happened to Andrea Beaumont. I could be wrong, but I don't remember seeing that. Was ironic because Batman keeps Selena Kyle, aka Catwoman, and Talia gold pictures despite them being criminals. I know Catwoman's a Berlin killer, Joker, while Talia, yeah, Talia was I don't think she was there though because didn't she walk in? She was like, I don't see my picture up there. I believe it's what happened. So yeah, that was kind of weird. That was a little weird. The only with Talia was messed up too. Um, what I meant by painful memories. I meant that they were good memories, but brings back pain because of the situation between them. Oh, okay. I mean, it's understandable. I personally think they could have had some kind of reference to her at any point in the story, and they decided to kind of like just not for some reason. So he also told me that in all our two questions about dating Valletta and JF ship exploding. He also told me that in all of our two OE questions about dating Valletta and the JLO ships exploding. It only happened once about the exploding ship that I'm aware of, and in our Ogi questioning dating Valletta. Well, yeah, they had a conversation in turn 5. I meant like other people questioning it, not him. Anyways, here's the. So now we're in chapter 7. This is the fan sub talking about what he's working on, which is why again I don't I don't fault the translations for being bad at times because was a fan work, so it's pretty good for that standpoint. Yes. After watching, this is how I feel after watching Turn 19. I'm just kidding. An awful trip. You got that right. Okay, one last comment, and we'll get to it. Sun and Batman and Zero have in common is that they keep getting women's attention without trying. Yeah, that's very true. Batman's case is even more. Okay, so then we have so Zaku is now being welcomed into the student council. They're pouring cola and tea, which was not in the original manga translations. I'm not sure where that came from. Then we see Nelly talking to Zaku, and as far as I know, this is the first time they had their encounter or their meetup. If you remember, the anime it happened in stage 6, and here they just throw it in this little part there, which kind of makes it a little impersonal compared to how it was in the anime. But it's fine. It's not like it's a pivotal part of the story where they reunite. But here it's like almost a side part of the actual welcome party. Because Nelly's crying, of course, no one's like, "Wait, Nelly, why are you crying for?" Like she's very emotional about this, even holding her, even he's holding her hand, but they kind of gloss over it, so that's fine. Meanwhile, Yuffie and Lelouch are talking, which is great, and they're talking at the school, which I like better than on some random island. And they're talking about how he died, or she thought he was dead, and Nellie's okay, and that makes Yuffie very happy because she led both of them. And of course, they discuss like what happened, the situation. Of course, that gets discussed a little later. And Yuffie says she won't tell anyone what's going on. Then Millie invites everyone to go to Lake Kawaguchi, and I believe Yuffie didn't want to go, or she wanted to go but she couldn't. And then eventually her guards take her away because they said only 3 days, which is kind of sad. She wanted to talk to him more, but never happened. And of course, Millie's like, "Oh, he's a princess." And he tells her, like, can you check like the documentations that the school's getting here? And she's like, "Okay, we'll do." But he's like, "Just remember, I'm at the school too." So it's kind of funny. So Millie, of course, knows about Lelouch being a prince, and she also knows about, I guess, Yuffie being a princess, which is nice. But yeah, I just like the two of them just talking like this. I don't know, it's nice. I like it a lot more than the island conversation, which was nice too. But I like this more. Then we have everyone's going to Lake Kawaguchi. Now, in this version of the story, it's not just the three, Millie, Nina, and Shirley, but Lelouch, Rivel, and also even Yuffie joins them later on as well, which I like. I like the fact they had everyone going to this event or to this trip. They were going to invite Colin, but she's too sick. Meanwhile, Colin's working out, which is great, or just finished working out, which is funny. And again, they have more of the conversation between why about Colin and Shirley in terms of who loves Lelouch. So I like how they're still thinking about that stuff, and the conversation here is much better. We don't have Nina going like, "I'm scared, something bad might happen," and Millie's like, "I'll be there for you," or Millie asking her about the boys they like. I like this a lot more. And you see, there's the boys room with it's Zaku too. My bad. So it's Rivel, Zaku, and Luch. They're all having a fun time, and Zaku's like, "I might have to go back to the military," and Luch's like, "The military, huh?" Which is a reference to an earlier episode where same conversation occurred, where Zaku said he had to return back to base, and Luch is saying like, "Oh, of course you go back to base. That's where you belong." That's when Zaku had to leave to give Shirley a chance to make her move to talk to him, which didn't go well because Luch was kind of pissed off. But I like how they're all in the train together. This is a really nice change of pace from the original story. And then Shirley is like, "Oh, I wanted to go, because like we could leave, and you can talk to them privately." And eventually, Shirley has the courage to go in there and actually encounter Lelouch, and she tries to get attention, but he's sleeping like this, which is kind of funny. It's a really cute pose. He's just sleeping, and his dream is about what happened to him, which is a little different. In the original anime, he was sitting in bed with C2 when he had the same dream. So here he has it while he's on the train, which is totally. I like the change in the story there. And one thing I do like here is that when they show Nunnally, and when they show Nunnally, she's fully covered. And what I like about that is that in the original series, they show her completely naked on the bed. Now, granted, she's like what? What is she? There, he's like 7 here, right? I think, or 10 years old. I think he's 10 at this point. They're about 2-3 years apart. So she's what, 7, 8 at this point. Yeah, 7 or 8. So a child, but it's a little uncomfortable the way they had her positioned. I'm glad that in this version she's covered up. it's just really awkward seeing any kid in that position, especially like Nully. It was just kind of weird. So I'm glad they had her covered up in the image, and also they don't spend too much time on it either. They say, oh, she's injured, and they can't do the whole they can't marry her off or in that stuff, but they kind of just gloss over it, which I liked a lot better. It was a little weird in the original series when they showed that scene. Anyways, besides that, it's the same confrontation from before in stage 7 where he's why his mother is dead. Charles doesn't care. He's like, why don't you protect her? And he said, who cares about that? I gave you everything. You're dead to me. You don't exist. You never were born. The same conversation as before. They show Lelouch being exiled, and Yuffie's the only one present. You don't see Schneizel. You don't see Clovis or the rest of the royal family who was ever in the story. Maybe Odysseus is. You don't see Cornelia, obviously. She's not in the story. And again, I like you see Yuffie's really upset about this, which adds to the whole like why it bothered her so much. In the original anime, you don't really see Yuffie ever present when the exile took place. In the films, they show all the royal family watching it, and Yuffie again she wanted to go in there and stop it, and Cornelia politely doesn't let her. So look how they show Yuffie right here. Again, it adds more to like the backstory of why Lelouch being alive is such a big deal to Euphemia. Now, there's a picture drama where it shows Yuffie, Lelouch, and Nunley together having fun as kids, which is great and all, but it's a picture drama. It's not, you can easily never watch it and still watch the original series. Where here it's like, let's throw you a little panel that just shows you like why Yuffie was upset about this. I thought it was good, obviously. And, okay. Oh, one more thing. Lelouch napping in general. There's a scene in stage 9 where he naps. So I think they might be referencing that too. Anyhow, so then eventually he wakes up because Zaku wakes him up because he was like having a bad dream. He wasn't feeling that great. It was a nightmare, which he said he has often, which I don't blame him. That was a pretty dramatic nightmare. Then it shows a little bit of the flashback where Lelouch and Zaku meet up for the first time when he's exiled to Japan. And eventually later on, it's taken over. I believe he also says, Charles, that they're going to be they're going to be bargaining trips. Yeah, tips or trips. No, chips. Sorry, bargaining chips. It's been a long day. So bargaining chips for diplomatic stuff. They get to the hotel, and one thing I like about this, they spend more time at the hotel. In the original anime, it's just like, okay, we in stage 8, they go to Lake Kawaguchi, and then they're all of a sudden they've been taken prisoner. Here they spend more time with it. They go to the hotel, they're having a good time. Yuffie's there in her like with glasses and disguise, so she could talk to Lelouch at the girls' bathroom, which is really funny. I think it's kind of funny. And she said you're going to be out in school for 3 days, but she's become friends with Zaku, and she's not sure what life's going to be like when she comes to Viceroy. Candace, you're so random. Yeah, it's just cute to see them interacting again. More scenes of this, which the manga gives you, what the anime does not. And again, they're spending more time at this hotel before things go to the crapper. Then Yuffie joins everyone else too, which is great. Then they have to go. Oh, she asked about his mother's death, and Yuffie doesn't have any information. Again, that happened in the island, Common Island, when they discussed that stuff. Here, it just seems a lot better. Zaku and Lelouch even go out to get food, and they found there's a kid. It's been hijacked by terrorists, so they go back to figure out what's going on. Of course, it's Kusakabe. That didn't change. So Zaku goes on his own, and Lelouch has to do his own stuff. So there's the JLF. They want to same thing before. We know you're not military, but we're still going to use it as bargaining chips. Now, one they changed in this story is that in the original anime, they're doing this because there's some kind of Sakura conference, and that will change like how it's distributed amongst different nations. Here, they just found out that Viceroy happened to be in the building, and they went after her, or whoever it was. They didn't know the gender; they just went after the person, which happened to be Euphemia, as you see here. And she gives up herself just like before, so she can, to protect Nina. There's no Nina has no connection to Yuffie at all. It just kind of she sees her and that's it. They don't really spend time on that stuff, which I think is fine. You don't have to really. That was a. I mean, if you got rid of that part of the story, it doesn't really change a whole lot, except for the fact that Nina goes crazy. I don't think they have her going crazy in this story. So if you don't want Nina to go crazy and make the flare warhead, I don't think that having this connection between the two matters in the story. But I forgot if Nina even makes the flare. Well, we'll get to that later. Anyhow, they take Yuffie to the commander, and then Zaku is with the officials figuring out the bodyguards to figure out how to save Euphemia. Because in the original anime, he just uses the Lancelot, and he was working with the engineering corps. But here, he's not part of the corps yet, which is a change in the story, and there's no nightmare frame, so he just works with the security force, which I kind of like because it makes it adds a level of groundness to the story where instead of just going in there and sinking the whole building underwater, he instead spends time to work with the security guards and do almost like a covert operation on foot, which adds a little more tension to the scene. It's definitely nice. I definitely like how they're altering the story to take into the fact there's no nightmare frames. For the most part, there's really no issues whatsoever with it. Have actually been okay with how they've incorporated the story. So here's the news report about what's happening, and then Sadako decides to go in there and find her. And just like before, they tell him like, okay, or be a scout or rather. And they make him a decoy. They don't care if he dies, which is what happened in the original anime when Cornelius sends him out. Doesn't care if he dies or not because they need him to make an opening so they can protect everyone else or save Euphemia. So they have that same anti-Japanese sentiment, but it's just used differently here. Then Zero comes in there. Just Zero, by the way. Colin is at home, enjoying herself. So it's just Zero, and he uses Geass and everyone to get into the building. Down the guards let him in. So they kind of changed that part of the story too. There's no Ogi, no Kento, no Yoshida, none of that stuff. It's just Zero using Geass everyone. And they're like, how'd you get in here? They let me in. What? You want to see for yourself? And so they did. And people are still curious about who does Zero actually support? Is it 11s or Britannians? They don't know. Then we have Kusakabe talking to Euphemia, and basically they want to get back to Japan in exchange for her life, which is, I guess a reasonable deal. Ironically enough, that's a deal that's offered when Ogi gives up Lelouch for Japan. Different circumstances, of course. And she's like, you can kill me, but don't hurt anyone else. Then eventually Zaku breaks in there in a cool, almost Mission Impossible style to save Euphemia. Absolutely love. I mean, you can even see Zaku in her eyes. It's really good stuff. And then Zaku takes him down, and Zero saves Zaku from one of the JLF members, which is crazy. And then they have a little conversation like they had before in the original anime where Lelouch is talking to Yuffie about stuff. Although in this case, because you have Zaku, it's now about who does he help? Is he for Kusakabe, the Japanese or Britannians? And Lelouch says, no, I'm just for the people who can't defend themselves. Then eventually one of the jail members shoots Kusakabe and then himself. And then Zero's like, well, I guess he realized their plan was foolish. This is how Lelouch used Geass in the situation. Obviously, Geass the guy to kill both Kusakabe and himself. This is in place of the whole stabbing everyone with the swords, which I guess it works. I have no real issues with how they decided to change this part of the story. I mean, overall, it makes Zaku a little curious about what the hell that was because it was definitely uncharacteristics for that to occur. And then eventually, Zero points a gun at Yuffie because just like before, I killed Clovis because he killed so many innocent 11s. And then he's like, oh, also kill Charlie Emperor. He points a gun at her. He's about to shoot Euphemia, but Zaku's like, don't do that. And then Kusakabe's like, like a classic boss in a video game. He activates a bomb to blow up everyone, and Zaku grabs Yuffie and they swing away while it explodes. And then Lelouch thought he was going to die, but he wakes up by C2, who just happens to be there to save his life. Oh, I love this panel of Lelouch. Zaku saving Yuffie as they swing across. It's good stuff. And then C2 is like, you can't die, so you fulfill your contract. So she protects him in the explosion. It's really good stuff. You kind of walk away. This is a good part where they tell Zaku, okay, good job, sir. Now back off. She's like, are you serious? He saved my life, dude. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry, man. You're right. We should be a dick to him. Then eventually Zaku runs back and he sees all hostages are still alive. Apparently, Zero saved all of them. I have no idea how. They never explained that at all. He just saved everybody. And then Zero's making a speech about what he's doing, what he's doing, how he wants to help the weak. That's what all he's focusing on. If anyone hurts the weak, I'll kill them like Clovis did. You know how Clovis took out the Japanese people in the ghetto. That's why I took him out. Again, we see Colin watching on the TV because she's not present here. And he also, of course, mentioned how he killed Clovis and all that stuff. And I believe that's how this ends, if I'm not mistaken. yeah, all the strong should fear me, all the weak should seek me, and that sort of thing. And then the only ones who should kill are those who are to be killed. And that's the entire that's chapter 7. 7's really good. It takes a bunch of elements from the original anime and kind of combines them into here. Again, more conversation between Lelouch and Yuffie about what happened to Marion and just general stuff related to their past. You have Zaku and Euphemia having a much stronger connection because he literally saves her life, as opposed to the anime where he sunk the building and Zero saved her life. There's more personal conversation between all three of them in that room. Kusakabe has a bigger role in what happens as opposed to the anime where he's just kind of almost a sacrificial pawn for Zero to kill. The speech only is Zero. There's no other Black Knight members, which there's no boat scene or anything like that, which does kill that the epicness of that scene. But if you were trying to trim the fat and kind of keep things at like the bare minimum, I think it works fine. Except how did he save everyone? I'm not sure how he saved everyone from the building. I mean, that's the one part I don't really understand. But the rest of it I thought was good. Having Colin not there was an interesting change. Having Rivals and Suzaku all present, I think it works. And he's not part of the engineering core yet, so of course he could go with them. More like, I don't know, it just seemed more personal. One thing that this manga does really well, I think better than the anime at this point, is that it has more personal time with the characters. They have them kind of act like real people as opposed to just always like situation after situation. Like again, like I mentioned before in the earlier chapters, when Suzaku and Lelouch play in the playground, which is kind of funny because they're teenagers. It's just them having fun. There's no mission. There's no like conflict. They're just enjoying themselves. You don't get too much of that in the original anime. There is, of course, when Zaku and Yuffie were hanging out, which I like that part when they're hanging out, looking at stores and stuff. No real conflict. They kind of just doing normal stuff. There's not too much. What I'm trying to say, there's not too much slice of life in the original series, which is okay, I guess. It doesn't really hurt the show. Just saying, this manga wants to put more slice of life stuff in there. Even the school festivals had to have some kind of like trick up their sleeves, so it's somewhat relevant to the story and not just filler. Before I read some comments, I want to make sure I didn't miss any of the notes or miss any of my notes. I don't think I did. Also, I don't think Naruto is a thing in this story because the way C2 saves Lelouch is like how she saved him in Naruto. So I assume Naruto doesn't happen in this story. That's what I forgot to mention. Oh, Lelouch warns Yuffie. I forgot. This is actually kind of important. So in this scene here, or this part here, I guess it's a scene, sure. He tells Yuffie, like, if you do anything like terrible, I'll kill you. So that's kind of interesting how he threatens to kill her if she does anything unjust. Whereas in the original anime, he's just like, I'll spare you for now. Here he's like, no, I'll let you live, but I'm telling you, you mess up, I will kill you. He was pretty serious about it. So there's that. Yeah, again, things are much simpler in this version, which I think works better for what they're trying to accomplish. I don't think there's anything else that's really relevant that I should bring up here. Oh yeah, there's another part too I missed. When Suzaku and Lelouch are going after, like, they're going to buy some food for the hotel. They have the car. They go back and forth like, wait, how'd you know Yuffie? And Lelouch mentions why he knows her, and Suzaku mentions they met like a couple of days ago or something. Yeah, you know Yuffie. Yeah, so we've known her. I got her through school and stuff. So it was kind of funny how they're oh, that's interesting. You guys knew each other. It was a nice little added thing there. I think that's it. It was pretty much like when they had the flashback stuff. That was point by point the same thing as the original anime. Yeah. Again, they also combined the whole scene where Lelouch falls asleep and has a dream about what happened to his past. They threw that in here too. Again, the whole hostage rescue was a big deal because that's when the Black Knights debut. Yeah, but they added more stuff to the story, like I mentioned. So again, I'm pretty happy with how they consolidate everything into one chapter. So they're covering all the major beats from the original anime. They're just doing it in a really different way, which honestly, there's nothing too objectionable about this manga so far. And again, I feel like Yuffie and Zaku are having way more important moments together than they did in the original anime. We're only in chapter 7 at this point, so there you go. Okay, Now back to the comments. Okay, let's take a look. Uh, okay, why does he say "I love you" to her? Yeah, that's of course because he eventually he falls in love with Letta. It's weird because turn 15, it's like the first she's saying like, oh, why would I want to be with you? And he's saying, well, can I love you and stuff. He goes like, "Ugh, why? And then that sort of thing. I shouldn't have fallen in love with you. So yeah, he does kind of question it, but then immediately pivots on like, I love you and stuff. So unfortunately, goal was never going to work out. But yeah, I know in glorification, the final bout with Suzaku versus Colin in the film, you stated you hate the music. The music, when you think about it, really fits the dirt dialogue conversation. Maybe it does. It just seemed like it just really didn't fit. I mean, you mean the lyrics, right? Not the actual like music. I maybe, but I don't like it. Also, not every story has to have like a music to make a scene more impactful. For example, Nostalgia Critic made a video about Brother Bear. I know it's a weird segue, but there's a part where in Brother Bear, which you guys have never, if you guys have watched or haven't, whatever. Spoiler for Brother Bear, I guess. There's a scene where I think it's Koda the kid and the guy, set guy, I don't know, whatever. So he's telling he's a bear. He was turned to a bear by an eagle because he killed his kid's mother, who also was a bear. So we're seeing two bears talk to each other. We got older bear and then we have little bear. Let's see, brother bear. Um, I want to know the actual character's name. I think it was Seka, or maybe that was his brother who got killed. Wait, Kenna was voiced by Joaquin Phoenix. Damn, I didn't know that. Okay, anyways, the characters in the story are Kenai. Yeah, Kenai. Okay, so Kenai is telling Coda about what happened to the mother. And then we have Phil Collins singing in the background while this is happening, saying, like, Brother Bear, I let you down. And I'm thinking, dude, let the man just tell what happened. You don't need music all the time to set the mood. You could just have the characters talk. That was already a big deal. They interrupted the whole scene with music. So yeah, I get like it relates to the conversation, but just let Zaku and Colin do the talking and let them have this conflict themselves. You don't have to put music all the time to explain what's happening, how the characters are feeling. I think it's pretty obvious how they're feeling. Anyways, that's just my two cents. The very last song, I guess it's okay. Look, we don't have to agree on that. I'm just saying that, like, I don't think it was necessary. Oh, he did? Okay. Did Tali ask, though, like, why it wasn't there? Maybe that's just me. I don't know. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool. Which of the characters are the worst of the worst? Bradley or the Joker? Anime BTS or Return of the Joker? Oh, I see. Worst of the worst? What's wrong with the Joker? You mean like season 4 Joker? Or you mean like evil? Like you mean like when you say worst of the worst, you don't mean like a written character. You just mean like who is like the worst like human being. Um, no, Joker's definitely worse than Bradley. Bradley is just a psycho who like likes to kill people in the battlefield. I believe that's all he does. I don't think he ever brainwashed someone with electricity, like Joker did to uh what's his name? Damn it! There's Dick Grayson and there's Jason Todd and mm, damn it, and of course Damien. What the hell is that other kid's name? Damn it, what is his name? F my life. What is his name? I'm so pissed when I see it. I hate when I have what's it called lapses in memory randomly. Tim Drake. Tim Drake. Yeah, Tim Drake. That's it. Tim Drake. My bad. Okay. Oh, Joker's worse than Bradley. If we're talking about like just what they do and stuff. Can a flare destroy continents? I assume it does because China revealed his plan. The map would show flare destroying Australia. Australia's a continent, so I'm guessing yes. I don't really think it destroyed. I don't think it showed destroying Australia completely. I think it just showed like the main cities. But we can take a look at it. I mean, it destroyed Pendragon. I'm not sure how big the space of Pendragon was. I don't think it could destroy Australia in one sitting. I don't know. One second. Let's see. Since you mentioned it, I'm looking now at the pictures that I have. Let's see. Do I have a picture of it so I don't have to go through the anime footage and get copyrighted claimed? Because why not? Let's see. Damn it. I thought it showed like a little light pole, like this, for example. It only tagged out the main cities. As far as I know, the flag can only wipe out cities. Maybe the continent was small enough, like maybe it could take out a lot of Europe, since that's a lot smaller than say like America. But it really depends how big we're talking, because the flares can wipe out cities, very large cities, with the greatest of ease. Unless like they were modified by Schneider to cause more damage. As far as I know, they cannot do anything beyond a city. Again, as far as I know, we never got a chance to see what happens when Schneider carried out his plan. So it's hard to say if it could have wiped out a continent, but I'm pretty sure you can't wipe out continents with flare warheads. They seem to be city only. But hey, what the hell do I know? Not a whole lot, I'm afraid. Not a whole lot. Okay, so let's fix this soak real quick for just let it cool down. Okay. Uh, yeah, no, I agree. I think if you were going to cut some characters out, you could definitely take out Rivals, even Nina, just focus on Millie Shirley, and that's it. And you could have had Cornelia or D-Tard in the story. D-Tard not as much as Cornelia because Cornelia's the main antagonist, but either or could have worked. Yeah, I guess there would be, right? Hmm. I don't know. It's kind of like how there's like was there a sixth generation Nightmare frame, but there's no sixth generation Nightmare frames, but there are seven generation Nightmare frames. I don't know. Or no, I'm sorry, my bad. There are no eight generation Nightmare frames, but there are nine generation Nightmare frames. The eight for like I say quotation mark because there really aren't any. But like when Count and Zaku had the Lancelot and the Gurren with like flying naval versions, that was kind of the eighth generation, but there really was no eighth generation. Yeah, I know, I got it, I'm a moron, okay? Oh yes, definitely. If you fire like four flares at Australia, they're probably all dead. Okay, I definitely would agree to that. But one would not be sufficient. If you fire enough flares, yes, you can probably wipe out a whole continent. That would agree because they're pretty insane. No, there's no 8th generation Nightmare frames. Did Code Geass Wiki betray me? Hold on. Code Geass Wiki. Nightmare frame. No, I thought there were no 8th generation Nightmare frames. I thought that was the whole point. There weren't any. Let's take a look. Maybe I haven't checked in a while. Maybe they updated it. Or I misread it. Let's see. Um, okay. Yeah, there's no eighth generation. See, no nightmare frame exists within this category. The Tristan, the Galahad, right? The Mordred, Shenhu, they're all 7th generation nightmare frames. There is no eighth. The Gwaine R0. Let's see. The Gwaine RE0. Well, we're seeing a person. That's not what we wanted. Code Geass. The Gwaine RE0. Here it is. 8th generation. Where was this in? Where does it appear in? Is it a video game or something? Oh, it's in. I haven't played this story yet. That's why I don't know about it. I have not finished the story yet. So for some backstory here, this is in the newest Janissary Code story. Their events. It's where Shirley and It's where Shirley doesn't get killed, or Raw doesn't kill Shirley. It's a whole different alternative take. Okay, well that doesn't count, dude. I haven't read the story yet. Okay, and they didn't update their wiki anyhow. And why is it an eighth generation nightmare frame? What makes it eighth generation? Okay, now I actually have to play through the game now. Okay, fair enough. All right, you got me. You got me, dude. You win. I suck. Okay. Okay. Also, cutting out Yuffie and Rollo would have been great. I think Yuffie's so important to the story, you could not cut her out. That would not have worked. Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. And speaking of the that story with Shirley, I will go over it at some point. I did the first part and ran out of time to do the rest of it. So, oh, so it's like the Shinhiro. That's kind of cool, actually. Does that mean that Shirley had access to that weapon? Oh, that's so lame. That means that if I had gotten Shirley, I would have had this awesome nightmare frame. All those bastards. No wonder why they made her so hard to pull in that game. You mother chuckers. Okay. I think when I was playing against her, she had some cool nightmare frame. Ugh, that's lame. That's not fair, dude. But I do see your point. I think that's a fair way to look at it. Actually, there's really no such thing as bad luck when it comes to this stuff. It's an RNG pool, and the way an RNG pool works, it picks a number, and they purposely made it so that the pool rate is harder. So it is their fault. This has been noted by multiple people in several groups I've looked at when it comes to this game. The pull rates and characters are bullshit. They're designed specifically so you don't get so you got to spend more the in-game credit or currency to get the characters you want. So yes, you can argue it's quote unquote bad luck, but when the odds are so horrible to begin with, is it really like there comes a point where it's like, is it really my fault for not having bad luck, or for the game's fault for making it so damn possible to pull stuff in the first place? I get slot machines, right? Because money's on the line, but there's no money on the line in this case. Why can't the payout be better? Like in a slot game, yeah, I get it. You want to make it a little hard to win because you get actual money as a result. And if you get actual money, then the casino will lose money because they're not getting as much, right? If the payouts are too good, that means they're getting less money from your dollars, and therefore they're losing money. So that makes sense. The whole thing will go out of business if you got too much from a slot machine. But like from a gotcha game perspective, is the idea that if you get the characters you want easily, you won't give them more money? I mean, maybe, but like there's no intrinsic value to the characters besides that. They're just digital information. You can't use them outside of the game. And if they decide to close out the servers tomorrow, they're worthless to you. Money you can spend anywhere. Even card games, like I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Even is more valuable than this. I don't know why I went on that rant, but whatever. You haven't got Orpheus. Maybe I know got Orpheus with him of ease. Here's the problem, though. They probably got Orpheus at like when the game first came out. The problem now is there are so many damn characters in the game that the odds of you getting the one you want are basically impossible at this point. Except for level 2s because the pull rate is high. But because the pull rate for 4s are so damn low, and there's so many of them, like I said, there are, just so you guys know, I counted because it will be part of the video I'm working on in terms of like why I hate Janissary Code. There are 41 level 4s, and I think there's 37 everything else combined. So out of 41 4s, I think maybe 10 or 7 are exclusive. So what do you got, like a 1 out of 31 chance to get the character you want? Yeah, good luck with that. First of all, good luck getting a 4, and good luck getting the one that you don't have already. It's just, this is why these games are so terrible to jump in towards later on, because you will not get the characters you want because there's just too many of them. Like with Lost Stories, the reason I'm getting more of the characters I want because there's not too many at the moment. But once, like I'll be honest, once Lost Story reaches like a maybe half a year of being out, good luck to new people jumping into the game because you will not get the characters you want as easily as I did because there were less when I pulled, which is such garbage. Why there are no guarantees to get characters you want in these games, I have no idea. Or random, I should say. Okay. Were they 8 gen? I don't know. Did they ever say that in the story? Like, is there ever a message in the anime where they go, the Mord is the 8th generation nightmare frame? Because that would actually explain some things. But then again, but the Lancelot was never an 8th generation nightmare frame. So how did that work? Like the Conquista is a 7th generation nightmare frame. So why would the Tristan, Mordred, or Galahad be an eighth? I don't know. Yeah, probably. Yeah, of course. And he'd make more as well. Off topic, back in the day, the Gwen was a 6 gen nightmare frame. They got retconned to a seventh. Oh, why would there be a 6 generation nightmare frame? That's weird. It's clearly like the same level. Like, Suzaku clearly said it's stronger than my nightmare frame. How is that even possible? That's weird. It should have been eighth. Yeah, I don't disagree with that. And Cho should have been in in the Conquista and the Flying Nabled Gurren also should have been 8th generation nightmare frames. Probably the Shenhu as well. I don't know. The Alexanders are presumably 6th generation, and the Tristan Divider and Galahad should be eighth. I think what about the Ptolemies and the other one that's piloted? Is the Ptolemies the one that's like Alexander, the one that Monica pilots? Is that the Ptolemies or is that the one that Dorothea won? Whatever the one that Monica pilots. That's an Alexander has been modified. Wouldn't that one technically be an 8th generation as well? Since that looked pretty powerful. I don't know. I think the Liberté is probably 7th generation. I don't know like what it's labeled in the Wikipedia, but let's see. What is it called? Gonna have a little nightmare frame discussion. Alexander are considered 7th generation nightmare frames. Okay. Let's see, what was that called? The Britannians. What was her nightmare frame called? It's a Polemity. I think that's the one that Dorothea pilots. Yeah, that's Dorothea's. We never got to see that in action, which was so stupid. What the hell, guys? The Vercingetorix. No, what's the Florence? That's the one that Monica pilots. Yeah, this is a really cool nightmare frame. Again, we couldn't. You know what's funny about this one? We couldn't even see this one in the story because it was built off an Alexander. But Alexanders didn't exist until Oculus exiled, which means at the time of R2, they had no idea how they wanted this nightmare frame to look like, which is just really sad. You know what's kind of cool? But these careers are not that bright. But if I was the one writing the story, I would have given her Monica this nightmare frame design and showed it off, and then in Akito Exile explain where it came from. You know, like a setup to it almost. But you know, unfortunately, when it comes to foresight, the writers were not the best at that. Anyways, really, I didn't see that listed there. I don't remember saying that, but okay. Anywho, that's enough of that. Let's continue on with the chapter 8, the last one of volume 2. By the way, that's why we're doing 3 to get them all out of the way. And I know that there was a reasonable complaint about, hey, if you do one a week, it's gonna take forever. I'm like, all right, you got a point there. We'll do 2 to 3, depending on how short or long they are, or just depending on length. There we go. Okay, so after all that stuff happened, we see C2 and Lelouch talking about Geass. Now, if you guys remember, they had this conversation in After Naita when they're by the swimming pool. But here, they're by the wall that Lelouch has that person constantly making marks out. So they replaced the whole pool scene with this one. And they also show the marks too. So they have like 2 little parts there. They don't joke about Geass stuff since that already happened before. Like, I'll use my Geass on you. They already discussed that early on in the story. So again, they're taking different parts of the anime and they're just kind of like throwing it where it makes sense, I suppose. Well, I will miss this kind of a random scene, but and Lucian's saying, people want to join him and help him out because of what happened. They support anyone who hates the Empire and it's not really resorting to terrorism. So she's mentioning how they all support him because taking action. The police are a lot slower, which is why I like him. He's a hero, basically. And I believe C2 made a funny joke about, like, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be a hero or not, but I kind of like that. I think she made a joke, right? Yeah, C2 mocks Lelouch for being for not being a hero. I don't think that's what a hero would do. Kind of like how she said, like, I don't think a knight for justice would actually say that sort of thing. So same kind of joke there. For saving Euphemia, Zaku becomes a warrant officer. If you remember, Cornelia promoted him, and in this story, Lloyd just gives him the promotion, and then he becomes part of the engineering corps. So until this point, he was not part of it. In the original anime, he joined it like pretty early on. Here, he doesn't join until much later on in the story. Also, I could be wrong, but I think that's Cecile over there. See this woman right here? It looks like Cecile, so I think she is in the story, just not like no official scenes. But that looks like her, right? A woman with like really kind of like bobby hair. I don't know. It's probably her, but again, she has no actual part in the story. So, but I think that's her. They also mentioned that the engineering corps works on weapons and stuff. Schneidel's in charge of it. And then, of course, Yuffie talks to Zaku through the TV screen to thank him what happened. It's a really cute scene where he's like, thank you. And she goes, no, I thank you because you saved my life. And he's like, well, thanks for the opportunity and stuff. And so they're both like having that cute moment where they're, yeah, it's great. See, thank you. No, I should thank you, Zaku. Yeah, it's fantastic. And then Yuffie apologizes to the entire student council for what happened because she put them all in danger, which was good. Which, yeah, I mean, it's nice for her to do that. Then eventually Suzaku begs into Shirley because she has tickets for Lelouch. This episode takes place after Naruto because after Naruto is when she got the tickets from her father. Or I should say she got the tickets before Naruto, but she doesn't reveal them until afterwards. Here we get a bunch of like scenes put together. So in the original anime, in stage 7, Suzaku and Shirley talk about why she loves him. Not Suzaku, but Lelouch. And so eventually he's like, listen, I'll just call him and we'll see how he feels about you. But here, he does something similar by saying, hey, I'll give him the tickets. And she's like, no, don't do it. I'll do it myself, which is really cute. And they also, of course, have the ticket stuff, too. So, again, like I said before, they're taking certain beats from the original anime and they're putting them together to consolidate the story and make it simpler, which works for me. No complaints there. And I like how Zaku, again, is trying to help Shirley out in her relationship issues. And, he tells them to please stop. He's like, I'll just do it myself. And Lily's like, guys, just please, don't discuss it. Don't do this right now. Although it does kind of get rid of the part where Millie admits she might like Lelouch or something. They kind of get rid of that part and also the teasing from that scene. And of course, I mean, Shirley's dad doesn't die in this version of the story. Then we see Colin kind of just sitting by herself thinking about like why she's doing this with her dad holding her hand, I think, or her mother. I don't know. One thing I made note of is that Colin in this manga doesn't do a whole lot compared to the original anime because she's not in the Gurren. She's like, on the ground fighting. And they have like these parts where she's kind of just talking out loud or thinking out loud about her motivations. And I don't know how I feel about that because in the original anime, she was talking to the Black Knights about what was going on and her thoughts on certain events. And here there are no Black Knights. It's just her and Zero. So she's like talking to herself about how she feels about things. I don't know. It doesn't seem very natural. It's kind of like, I mean, yeah, she would think about this stuff, but I would have liked it better if she could have actually talked to other people about it. It's just like every scene, Colin's is like, God, trust Zero. I must do this. Like, it's just, I hope it gets better, but right now, I don't really like what they're doing with Colin's character in this manga. I mean, they're not sexualizing her, thank God, but they're like, just, what's she doing exactly in this story besides occasionally helping out Zero? Which is important, but it's like, I don't know, I'm not too pleased with her role in the story. I think Shirley's done well in this story so far. She's given a lot of time to develop, more time with Lelouch, and also just, they're not doing anything wrong to her family in this version, which I definitely appreciate. But Colin's like, okay, what are we doing with her exactly? I don't know. She's just kind of here, I guess. So, I don't know. Then we get to the same. They're putting Arthur into the student council, so having this little cat fest. Then Lucia's thinking, man, Colin definitely wants to laugh. They give her ears, which is kind of cute. And then when Lucia even calls her a cat because he remembers seeing her kick the stuff falling off the windowsill. You guys remember that's how they had that confrontation where he used Geass on her to ask her questions about like, were you the terrorist attack? Who ruined Clovis's statue. So they have that little part there. Also, it's kind of cute. They're making Colin try different outfits in the background while Zaku is talking to Lelouch about the orders where he has to he has to cosplay or something. Yeah, and he can't escape, which is kind of funny. Also, Lelouch says like almost in a joking manner, oh, you'll do anything if you're ordered to do it, which I kind of like because it almost it's the whole discussion about like how Zaku just follows the military and Lelouch kind of makes a subtle joke at it, which I definitely enjoyed. Now she's wearing ant ears. It's funny. And Zaku's really happy also that everyone's safe, which is good. Colin doesn't have that whole moment where she's like, I saved everyone's lives because technically she didn't in this version of the story. She instead was at home, like relaxing after a good workout, which I could totally relate to. Um, yeah, and then we had this discussion here. So you guys remember the original anime after night? No, I'm sorry. After the hotel takedown, when Zero is like hot crap and everyone like thinks he's a hero, Zaku was basically telling Luis, like the police could still do this stuff. You don't have to rely on vigilantism. And Zero's like, yeah, but like it's not good enough. Here they have the discussion when they're in this cosplay event to welcome Arthur. Which again, you're taking simple things, you're adding more stuff to them. I think it worked fine. Then Lelouch throws a like an underhand tactic by saying, "Well, are you going to be in the army? Because Nelly's worried about you." And he goes, "No, don't worry. I'm in the engineering corps. I'll be fine." Which looks like, oh, okay. It really follows up with that again. And also, Zaku will never be on the battlefield. It's calling Dad. Huh? I think that's not what happened here. One second. Mm-hmm. Shirley gives Lelouch tickets again. Oh yeah, that's right. And then Lelouch and then Shirley gives Lelouch the tickets. I'm not sure what it says here, but in the actual translation, hold on. It doesn't say you gave her the tickets here. Why is it saying Dad's calling? What the frick? Hold on. Give me a second here. Oh, it's from Dad. Was a call or something? She went to go talk to her father, I guess. I thought she gave Zaku Lelouch the tickets. Did I misread this? Okay, because she never gave Lelouch the tickets. Never mind then. Okay, I misrepresented. I totally misunderstood this scene. So she never gives Luce the tickets. Instead, she goes to talk to her father outside. Okay, never mind. I don't know why I said. I don't know why I thought that. Okay, then we have a conversation between Yuffie and the her advisors. Now, what's happening here in the situation is that Naruto is not in the story, but the JLF is trying to steal Sakuradite to give to the Chinese Federation to make some money and also help destabilize stuff, I assume. So they want Yuffie to go in there and stop them. And Yuffie's like, we're not killing anybody, okay? So the guards are like, we have a plan. No killing. We have no plan. And essentially, like we should capture them, not kill them. And the guy's like, yeah, but Sakuradite is very explosive, highly volatile. If we hit anything to it, it might explode. And she's like, well, we're not going to kill anybody. Then they're like, damn it, Yuffie. They don't like her at all. They want to make her a puppet leader. She has no knowledge about politics or anything like that. So they kind of want to use her in the same way that they want to use Nunnally in R2. With no Cornelia around as the leader, Yuffie kind of is in a similar situation, though, where she's like, she has power, but nobody respects her. No Dalton either, which kind of sucks because he always supported her. Okay, so then the officers handle everything when it comes to dealing with the situation here. So here's the ship. And by the way, Zero, this is actually kind of messed up. Zero told the Britannian forces that the JLF was transporting Sakuradite. They got like a tip from someone, see a trusted source. That was Zero. He tipped them off. So he's like, wait, why are their guards attacking us? Well, you sold us out. And then Zero's like, is that so? I said I'd ride with you. I never said I'd help you. So Zero basically is like, I never said I was going to help you out, guys. And they realize, wait, the Kozakai would do that on his own. And then eventually, even despite that, they still want him to join with Zero, or Zero join them. So Lelouch uses Geass on Katase. Then, once everyone gets on board, oh, by the way, we see Zaku in a VTOL. So he's using a weapon, a vehicle to fight, just on Nightmare Frame. He, with the rest of the force, they go head over to the ship. We see Jeremiah with Kyo, and this conversation actually happened in stage 7, where one second. So in stage 7, they wanted to go and help out with the Saitama Ghetto stuff, but Kyo and Jeremiah had to be in the back row because of what happened to them. They've been disgraced. So Jeremiah's like, I want to go in the front. He's like, well, it's your fault, Orange. And so they were fighting back and forth there. And also, of course, in Narita as well. So they had to put that little banter in this scene here at Port Yokozuka. Eventually, all the forces go to the tanker, but again, they tell him like, don't shoot the tanker itself because things might blow up. Then Jeremiah's like, wait, Zero's here, so he tries to swim towards the boat, which is freaking crazy Orange Boy there. Eventually, Lelouch and Colin escape with the VTOL, and the guards are like, no, if you shoot the plane, you'll kill us all because it's Securidite. Then eventually, Lelouch drops a bomb. I'm not joking. They drop a bomb from their VTOL, and they blow up the ship with the Securidite and everyone around. They kill the entire all the sea forces nearby, and of course they wipe out the JLF. And Zaku is like legitimately freaked out, and again they use Kansei as a living trap. Yuffie's like, oh my god, it was just awful what happened. And then Suzaku's like, it's genocide. Or see, I like this better. It's a plain old massacre. In the manga here, it says genocide, but I don't know how blowing up a ship, killing possibly 100 people would be considered genocide. Maybe that's just me. I don't know if I'd call that a genocide. It's definitely a plain old massacre, that's for sure. But a genocide? I don't know about that. Same kind of stories before, but in this case, he blows up not with the Sakura like detonating it, but they drop a bomb on it. And again, it's just Colin and Lelouch. There's no Black Knight, so I guess it kind of worked without nightmare frames. It's a bit rushed, the whole situation here. In the anime, they kind of spend more time with poor Yokozuka. Here, it was a bit faster than the anime. And they try to keep some of the same beats before, like Jeremiah wanting to run after Lelouch like he did in Narita. Of course, the Pure Bloods having their squabble. And then Lelouch and Colin like using Kansei to kill a bunch of other people. Zaku getting his promotion. Yuffie being worthless, unfortunately, because no one respects her. The whole cosplaying scene. Lelouch and Zaku talking about who's better, Zero or the police force. And then, of course, Shirley having a problem confessing her love to Lelouch, or at least getting him tickets. And yeah, that's the entire chapter. Again, it's pretty good. All in this part too about the Geass and also formation of like people, or not formation of Black Knight, but just people giving him help. And they want to join his organization. So yeah, I think that's everything about that one. I don't think I missed anything. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are small differences from the story that I don't have to mention, but I'll give you one. For example, Colin's not tired from the mission. When she goes to the room to see them, making Lelouch look like a cat. Well, in the original anime, she was exhausted because she was working late nights, taking out those criminals. Since they already showed that in chapter 6, she's just kind of, she's fine. She's been getting her sleep like she should be. And anything else I noticed I didn't mention? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think Naruto happens in this story, which I guess makes sense. Yeah, I don't think I missed it. I thought it was a question I was confused about something, but I don't see it here. Yeah, I guess that's it. Okay. I'll read some comments and I will go and we'll do some cancel. Jesus, no. We'll do some Janitzer Code summons because I'm a masochist and I like pain, which is what a masochist is for bad summons. Okay. Some old wikis claim the 6th generation was made of experimental iframes that failed to get a mass production version due to a poor result in Glen de Gwaine and had what Floyans considered a 6th gen. Interesting. Would be nice if Sunrise made a quick guidebook. Yeah, I was about to say, like, if Evangelion has like 7 guidebooks, can we get one Code Geass guidebook? Just saying, to be kind of nice. There is a guidebook. All right, let's see. Code Geass Nightmare Frame guidebook. Let's see. Is it in English? Who am I kidding? Of course not. We have this book here, Code Geass, the official guide. Here it is. Want me to buy it and go through it for you guys in a video? Is it all Japanese? Is there pictures of this book? Let's see. Let me look it up. Is there like images from the book? Let's see. Did anyone actually go through it? That's gotcha, man. Well, what's in the book? I don't really see anything like particularly helpful. I mean, I can always check it out later. But anyways, make a new guidebook. New knives that come out. Let's get new ones in there. That's for sure. Gundam's pretty detailed. So is Evangelion. I guess Zaku, was trying to assume the best, but yeah, you're right. They are pretty corrupt. Yeah, that's a fair comparison. She wants to change things for the better, but she's with around people who don't really care. That's very true. Let's see. It will take me probably years, if ever. Maybe today will be the day. We'll find out. I'm very skeptical, though. It'll take a long time. We'll just say that much. I get a free level 4 today. I say free, but I paid my time, so I wouldn't call it free. Let's go. I'm like, what's going on here? All right. I don't want to be too loud. Okay. Oh, S rank. Yay. No one cares. Okay. Let's do some. Alright, Akito, nobody cares, dude. Okay. I was weird why I was doing that. Okay. I agree. There's so much lore in the story. Why not have some more guidebooks? Yeah, don't, like, the fans can do it, but, like, Alright, we get a free New Year's Eve summon. Will I get the voluptuous Colin or the beautiful Ayano? Here we go, let's find out. I'm gonna guess neither. Yep, looks like neither. Nothing sandwich or a nothing burger. Ooh, a bunch of 3s. With no upgrade. What a surprise. Here we go. Dieter, look at that. He was the first one we got. If that's not a good sign, I don't know what is. Ashley, what a random pick. I'll take it though. Love Ashley. Great character. Fudge off, Tamaki. Ogie. Klaus. Tamaki. Shuddy. Cornelia. Very nice. I hate that art though, but nice though. This art's great. This art's bullshit. Shirley in a purple and blue. And finally, Gino. So no Ayano in an Ayano banner. And people wonder why this game sucks ass. I don't know. I'm just mostly crazy. Here's 10 free co-links. And make sure I don't lose the ones that I want. So, or lose the 2s. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Alright, get it. Book. Alright, reveal the code links. Let's see. Oh, that's terrible. You better upgrade, lady. Let's go. Upgrade the... Ooh, we're getting a 4. Maybe it's a new 4 from the banner. I don't think it will be, though. Alright, Nunnally. Great. Deeftard? Excellent. Yukia? I get so much Yukia. It's so frustrating. Bitol. Sayako. Our 4 is Lelouch. Great. That's what I wanted. A non-limited banner and a limited banner summon. That's what I live for, people. That's what I want. Okay. Todo. And finally, I believe Ogi. I think it's the last one, right? Oh, thank God. No, really? We got more? Oh, that's one of the limited. That's one of the limited code links. It's too bad I got it after the event, but hey, at least it's there. Nice. It's one of the limited banners. I'll never use it, and it's worthless, but hey, we'll take it, I guess. All right. God, this is hard. That's a weird picture of older. I mean, of Jeanro. Let's do one Code League summon, because, hey, why not? What we're doing, I mean, like another banner. Okay. I know who you are, honey. The archival. Alright, next. Upgrade. Her mouth moves so weird in the animation. Well, that's ass. I'm just gonna skip the whole thing. Still ass. I got a new genre, but like, wow. Okay. Let's do. I want to end on a strong note, so we'll do the 4 at the end. Strong note, right? Okay. Here we go. Here's our first ticket summon, and it used to be these were actually possible 4s, but then they changed the whole pull rate, so they're worse now. Thanks a lot, guys. Really looking out for me there. Oh my God, so much blue, like worse than the ocean. Alright, I got 3 yellows. Let's see. Udaba. Yuffie. I mean, I like Euphemia, but I've already maxed her out. So, you know, not a lot I can do with that. You know what's sad? It's... Are you done, dude? Okay. What's sad is that there will come a point where I'll max out all the 3s, and these summons are basically pointless because I will have no reason to use any of these resources again, because for some stupid reason, in Janissary Code, when you sell these units, you can only get coins to buy relics for 3s and 2s, 3s, and, well, 1, 2, and 3s. In Lost Stories, you can sell your duplicates for Sakuradite, which can buy any level relics, including 4. This game's like, no, fudge you, you know? So if you max all your 3s, which is very possible from the summons, obviously not limited characters aside, summoning is going to be pointless going forward unless you get a 4. How stupid is that? That's what's so dumb about this game's long, what's going to have this game months in advance. Like, I'm almost maxed out, and I don't spend money on this game. I bet you all the whales have already maxed out everything and are like, what's the point of this crap anymore? Hence why the game's not making any money. Ugh, this guy. I never even use him. Here's V2. Okay, V2's pretty good. We'll do one more. Because why not? And, oh, Nothing Burger. Bad. The Nothing Burger. I can already tell right away. There's nothing good in this one. Yep, garbage. Okay. Cornelia, okay. Almost done maxing her out. Klaus. By the way, just keep track. This is 30 summons. Just to keep track of how many we've done so far. 30 summons. Or 10 pulls. No, 3 pulls of 10. Either way. Okay. Detard. Ogi. Ogi. Detard. There's a lot of detards. V2 again. A lot of royal family stuff going on today. Okay. Alright, done with that. Now let's summon from this banner. Just once, though. I really don't want Olderin. I like the new Colin. I mean, I don't, but whatever. We'll do one star for this banner. I just don't really care that much for it. But one summon is not going to hurt anybody. Look at that. Nothing burger. Awesome. Oh, please. You're just... It's bullshit. It's all bullshit. All of it. No upgrade, right, guys? Go fudge yourself. Guilford? Already maxed out Bradley. Already maxed out Lux. A lot of V2 today. That's good. I don't know if V2 is good or not, but I'll max them out. That's it. Look at that. Garbage. Now let's go to my free 4 that I worked so hard to get. Maybe we'll get something good from it. I doubt it. Let's find out. I like also with this 4 I'm going to get, it has to be like so forced. Like, you'll see what I mean. It's probably like a 3 that's converted to a 4. Let's see. No, it's not. Okay. Now, it used to be that C2 and Gigi was like a guarantee for. I think now they've changed it where it's not, which is kind of bull crap, but whatever. Alright, let's see what it is. What? Oh, I skipped it. I don't even care, man. Watson, he's pretty good, actually. What a joke. Really, I got Watson? Okay, I skipped the whole thing. I don't even, I'm just, sorry about that. Whatever, we got Watson. I'll go upgrade him once. There we go. Yay, Watson. He's pretty good. I won't lie, he's not bad. But, you know, I like some new people once in a while. You know, a big fan of that variety. But, whatever, we got Watson. He is here. Okay. Don't we want to play this game anymore? The answer to that question is no, I do not. Let's, I'll deal with this crap later. I don't have to waste your guys' time with it. Let me go exit full screen. I'll put this in BIS mode and leave it alone where it belongs. Let me turn off the sound too. So I'd rank those summons out of 10 like 4. I mean, Watson is pretty good, but like, what do? We did about 40 summons, and I got like, it's like 40, and I got like basically nothing. Bunch of reprints, I mean a bunch of 3s that I already maxed out. V2 was like the main one I hadn't yet, but still, it's like, alright. You know, who cares? Let's be honest, who cares? Okay. Let me, what do I want here? Borderless. There we go. Just to get this to... Yeah. Okay. There we go. And let me just put the sound on. This game is very loud, so I can't be too loud. Alright, let's do our free summon. I play the game really because it's amusing to. It's fun to play against in front of an audience, but yeah, I don't know. That's probably, and also when I want to play through Oz of Reflection when it comes out. That's what I'm kind of waiting on. But oh no, yeah, it's painful, no doubt. I'll get you my battery soon. Ooh. Kaguya. Great. Okay. Let me think what I want to do here. Oh, wait. What's that? She always makes that really weird expression. Let's see something here. I'm trying to remember what I was trying. Was I trying to improve Aletta's skills? Let's see. No, she's pretty good at this point. And I think Cornelia is also in silver level. Okay, so I can go for that. That's good. What about Rooks? How are we doing on that department? Toto's pretty solid. What about Colin? She's got a little ways to go. And Knights. Yeah, she needs a little more. Zaku, I think, is pretty. Yeah, he's pretty good too. Why? Zuzi. Okay. I'm trying to think. What was I trying to do here? I could advance the Burai Kai, or I could improve. Oh, I can't. Okay, never mind. I thought I could improve that. I guess not. No. Okay. So I basically want to get like. Okay, I'll do some dailies first. So we'll do Annihilator Silvers. We're gonna do some Royal Family gameplay today. I did some Knights of the Four Holy Swords last week. We're gonna do some yeah, we're gonna do some Royal Family stuff this week. What the hell was that? Jesus, Lelouch scared the shit out of me there. Whoa. Wow. Okay, damn. That was a really scary face. Ooh, Clovis. Jesus, what was that? God dang it, Lelouch scared the crap out of me. What the hell was that? Anyways. Look how they never explore Zaku and Kaguya. Yeah, that's true. They do not heavily. They have like one conversation in the in one episode about it, but that's about it. Yeah. It's very true. Oh, I saw him level up. Charles. Oh, and only two. Okay, I'm gonna level these guys. Oh, missions. Okay, what if I can get them to, at the bare minimum, maybe to 60, so they can use their special abilities? Yeah, that makes sense about Kage and Zaku being a thing. Or they were going to be a thing, rather. Okay, let's see. Can I get Clovis there? He sucks. It shouldn't be too hard, right? Right, game? You're not going to make me spend too much of my hard-earned money? Or resources? Good? No, just 60. Oh my god. I have to do this so painfully. I guess so. Hey, who cares? Why? Let me go. Oh, this is 6. Let's get at 60, by the way, age-wise. Oh, my stream is having a bad. Looks okay here, though. That's weird. It says in my end the connection is bad. But, That's weird. It looks okay here. Are you guys like having a... You guys seeing a bad connection on your end? Let's see. I am lagging, aren't I? But it says here like... Hold on. Yeah, I'm like a few seconds. I think it's okay now, but like... Okay, I think it's a little better now. I was like, what the hell, am I lagging? I thought we saw the problem years ago. Alright. It's okay, we're good now. That was weird. Anyways, let's get Charles 60. Because he's almost there, you know, age-wise. Actually, I think he's over 60. Oh, what's going on? Do I got too many things running? Here, 1 second. I might have too many things running. I'm gonna close out some stuff. That usually helps a little bit. Okay, close this out. Let's see. Let's see what I got open here. Oh, we can close out most of these things. Okay, I have to get this over like hand stream. Obviously, that'd be a problem. And then let me close out this and all this. And I think that's all I can close. Oh, the volume mixer. Oh, this too. Yeah, hold on. Okay, hopefully that helps. Okay, and then let's see who else I got to upgrade a little bit. Clovis and Charles are good. Nully is almost there, but not quite. And she is also a healer. Interesting. It's good to know. So is Yuffie. So I think Yuffie would take in the role for Nully, but you know. That sound is so obnoxious, isn't it? This is obnoxious as fudge. Okay. Okay. Alright, I gotta check one quick thing. I need to know which Nightmare Frame was used for these people. Because I don't honestly know what they work best with. Oh, really? No missions or anything? Weird. Anyway, let's go to our team. We go to my Alright, so let's look up Clove. Let's start with, well, first of all, Zaku shouldn't be here, because Cornelia's obviously in the royal family, and Zaku ain't, so... And I'm going to get rid of Millie for Euphemia. Again, royal family only. With certain exceptions, like you need Jeremiah and Seal, because they help with the summoning, like assigning the count to summon characters, so... Other than that, though, I'm not including anyone else. Let's see. Let's look at the repair type. I think it's the healing. Okay, so yeah, here's Nunnally. Let's see. Nunnally works well with... Oh, pretty standard stuff. So she'd work well with this Nightmare Frame. That's fine. Okay, she's a healer type. I don't have to worry about Yuffie. Let's see. Translate. Where are you? Next, I have to figure out. God, this website's great, but man, the ads of this thing are disgusting. Anyways, all the 2 stars, since all the characters are 2s. Let's see, what would Charles... Where is Charles? There he is. Little Charlie. Are you referring to His Majesty? I love that line. I'm working under Little Charlie right now. What a legend. Okay, he's also... He works best with Nightmare Frames that have long distance, so this will work just fine. The Serlin, so that's good for Charlie. And then for Clovis, oh, Schnitzel. I forgot about Schneisel. Okay, we'll get to him in a second. Clovis works well with... Man, these are all distance people. We need someone who actually takes action. What a bunch of cowards. They all fight from the distance. That's... Wow, okay. Is anybody actually, besides Cornelia, going to be aggressive in this game? Because, like, we're going to be screwed if it's just Cornelia. What about Schneisel? Is he, can he actually do something? Without a... This is going to be a very strange situation. Where is Schneisel? Here he is. Oh, crap. What can Schneisel do? He can actually use a short distance nightmare frame, but he's better off with a long distance. So basically, it's going to be a very strange mashup of long distance characters, or characters using all like nightmare frames that use guns as opposed to swords. Okay. Hey, look, if it works, it works. It's a little weird to me, but I think we can make this work. We'll see what happens. I only have 2 aggressive nightmare frames. I mean, 2 ground forces. Actually, technically 4, but you don't really... Lucius not a ground force. He not at all. He's a weapon. Oh, this is going to be really weird. This is going to be so weird. Okay. I hope Jeremiah is ready for on-duty, direct support, because this is going to be mostly everyone in... I don't know, this is going to be really weird. Oh, and he should be using this nightmare frame. Not sure why. Oh, who's in the Varus? Interesting. My bad, I forgot. Who should use the Varus cannon? Who's the best of these characters? Probably Schneisel, just given his rank. But he'll get the Varus. That's like my best weapon. Okay, and then I will... So that means that Yuffie's using this. No, she needs to use... Yeah. Give that to Yuffie, and then... Nully will use a Serlin. Just give her a random one. Okay. And there's our really strange team, but I guess that's how it goes. I forgot to make Schneisel level 60, so let's go do that real quick. Schneisel, where are you? Did I just miss him? Here he is. How could you miss me? Alright, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't see you. My bad. And more things going on that were way more important than you. Okay. Okay, I think we have everyone assembled. Now we're going to do something really foolish, and we're going to try to do the, we're going to do the entire expedition with the royal family. I have no idea how this is going to go down, but we'll try it. Okay. Hopefully it's better than the 4 holy swords. That was awful. Okay, so we'll bring in... I keep forgetting the team for your expedition mode is not the same team that you have in your normal roster. You have to actually make a separate one for it, for whatever reason. Where's Clovis? Clovis. There you are. And then Nanalee. Nanalee. There she is. So taking a look at these different... They got a bunch of repair types, which might be useful. I say might, but most likely won't be. Okay, so I'll give... You know what? I'll give Lelouch the Varus can. That makes way more sense. Because he's like the best attacker. I don't know why I would give it to Schneisel. Schneisel doesn't seem like a guy who would make use of it. So I'll give him a regular Sutherland so he can be somewhat useful. But yeah, Charles will be the guy who uses the cannon from afar. He looks like he has decent aim. And then we'll give Clovis a regular, the advanced Sutherland, so they can do some damage. Oh, my camera's out. All right, 1 second. I meant to hold on. 1 second. Can we stop the camera? I thought you could turn off the camera. Oh, there it is. Okay, be right back. That was loud. Okay. Okay, let me get my camera back on there. What the hell? This always happens. Oh my god. Okay. Not now, I don't want this. Why is this not working? What's going on here? No, that's the right utility. I don't know what the problem is. Of course, it doesn't tell me what's wrong, it just says it's not working. 1 second. Is it my cord? It must be my... No, it's telling me it's connected. No, it's most definitely telling me it's connected. Wow. Okay. Does on-off work? What the hell is going on here? This is the weirdest thing. 1 second here. I can switch my camera, but like, I shouldn't have to? Okay, it looks like it's in there. Like it's turning on. That's the weirdest thing. It's just not appearing. At all. Unbelievable. What the hell's going on here? Alright, let me try one more thing before I give up here. EOS utility. I don't know what the problem is. Is there an update? I don't think so. Yeah, nothing here would explain why it's not working. An update, maybe? There's an update, apparently. Let's see if that fixes the problem. Oh, I gotta choose the update. I thought there was an update. So there's no update then. Camera settings. No, I was just there. Jesus. Preferences. Show the main screen. Destination folder. What's going on here? There's nothing here that would indicate it shouldn't work. I'm not seeing anything out of the blue here. This is so stupid. Does this work? My camera's busy. Busy doing what? So here's the camera's menu. Busy. What are we busy about here? Oh, because it's connected to here? Okay, sure, but like, what the... I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna stop everything and start over. Okay. Oh my god, it's working. What the hell? Okay. I don't know. I don't know what... I mean, I restarted my camera. Oh, wait, now it's blurry. Oh, I guess I can't win, can I? What's going on? Why is it blurry? Now it's blurry. Are you kidding me? What? Why? This has never happened before. I've been streaming out for over a year. I've never had this problem. Hello? Stop being blurry. Oh my god. Okay. Hey, look. Every once in a while, that's what happens. You know, we can't have... Everything can't be perfect anymore, can it? What the hell? Okay. Alright, now, there was a conversation going on that I completely missed. Wow. Yeah, my camera really does hate me. What the hell? That would be funny, yeah. Okay, after that unexpected delay, let's get started. Please, no more delays. This is all gonna take forever as is, because these always take a while. Alright, we're now Royal Family gameplay. Hopefully better than Knight's 4 Holy Swords. That was painful. That was super painful. Oh yeah, so you saw a promo. Like on YouTube channel or something? Oni-sama. Oh, so as Yuffie and alright, here we go. Alright, let's bring in Cecile. Come in there. You can start. Hold on. It's really loud. It's still too freaking loud. Okay. Come on, Cecile. You're better than that. Defend your honor. I'm not sure who's coming next. I guess we'll figure it out as we go here. Bring Clovis in. Why not? We need a healer in here? No, we're okay. JSR Code had a promo? Interesting. You mean like a live stream? I didn't see that on their channel. I must have missed it. I guess I'll bring in Charles just for fun. Alright, let's speed this up. Maybe I could switch perspective a little bit just to show you guys some other scenes. So let's go to Charles. So there's Charles doing his thing. Okay. If you can link to a description of the video on my Discord, I can see it later. I'll put Schneisel, just he could be over here. just providing some emotional support. Same with Nutley. Emotional support, go. We'll keep them in the back row so they can't cause any problems. This is, by the way, great symbolism of like Code Geass as a whole, right? You know, Nutley and Schneider, they're away from the combat. Cornelia's like in there fighting, and Clovis got involved too. But like Schneider and Nutley are not even remotely involved with anything. I guess technically Charles shouldn't be either, but still, I find it funny. I put you know, oh look at that glitch! I glitched the game. All right, see what happened? I hit the pause button during the end of the game sequence. Look what I did. I caused the icons to appear. Hey, Dev, if you're watching me play, I just found a problem with your game. It appeared on the screen after if you hit the wrong point. But anyways, yeah, that's a metaphor for like the whole show, or a symbolism. They're all in the back while Cornelia's fighting in the front lines. Because Schneider knows crap about what's actually going on in this world. At least according to Lelouch. Hold on, should I put the camera lower? I'm like, should I just, maybe? I think it's a little too high. I feel like I shouldn't really mess with this thing. Anyways. I think she did, yeah. Another company? Oh, interesting. That's weird. It's fun. Nutley and Lelouch have not had a interaction yet. The hell was that? That was a weird glitch. I didn't even. Okay, there's something else you guys asked. What was it? Well, there was an announcement? Okay, I need to see what channel this was. I'll check it out. I'll do a discussion about it later on in the video. Lost Stories is like a 7 out of 10. Ari Code is like a 3 out of 10. Yeah, if you find it, let me know, because I'll check out the announcement later. We'll bring in Schnitzel in here. Since he does like buff your characters. We only have 2 ground forces. This can get really ugly later. I might force Schneider to actually fight in the front lines. I don't think he's gonna like that too much. But you know, he has no choice in the matter. Yeah, so what are you doing for the... Yeah, whatever. Let's bring in Lelouch instead. Oh, he can't really... Okay. Oh, no, that was stupid. Whatever. It's fine, he'll just sit there. It's cool. We don't need his help anyways. Anime Stellar, huh? Okay, I'll take a look later. This might get ugly later on. We'll see what happens. We got multiple branching path. That's when it's not going to be as fun to do this. We'll see. Just a curiosity, it says it's called Anime Stellar. Let's see. I don't see it anywhere. We had 3 of these. Come on, I want to see Lelouch talk to Nunnally before the battle. Not sure why she'd be in the conflict. I guess I'd be probably say, like, if I was Lelouch, like, Nunnally, what are you doing here? This is such a brutal destruction. I'll put Nunnally in there, you know, she doesn't provide any support, but we'll do it anyways. I don't think you can post links in this chat. Just post it in the Discord server. I'll check it out in a moment. Actually, while this is happening, I'll check out my Discord server, since this is pretty autopilot at this moment. And that was really quick, wasn't it? But it won't be that easy going forward. The next battle's gonna be really crazy. The first 4 or 5 aren't too tough, but then, man, if you don't have the right team, it gets ugly in a hurry. Like this one here has branching. Oh no, it does not. Okay, when we have branching paths, that's when things are gonna become like, yeah. Oh, here it is. Okay, I just got the link. I'll take a, let's see. I'm gonna glance through. I'm waiting for this game to start. Is it already finished, or is it still going? Oh, I've seen this ad already. Yeah, I saw this on their Twitter page. Yeah, I've seen that before. Oh, shoot. Gotta pay attention. What's going on here? Yeah, I've seen that stream before. Oh, I bet you do, Jeremiah. Okay, what was I gonna say? I've seen that stream before. Yeah, nothing. I don't think anything was. It was just more like a promo, like you said, a promo for it. So, yeah. I'll put it quickly here. Why not? I don't care if people get past us because you don't lose points that way in this version. Wow, Clovis, you're worthless. Come on, Clovis, do something besides. Okay, well, link the other stream too, and I'll check that out. If it's relevant, I should say. Okay, let's bring in Yuffie to do some healing. Great. And then bring in Jeremiah in here. So I'll bring in Charles to support. Seeing Charles use his nightmare frame is so funny. I don't know. I can't take it seriously. It's really amusing. I just cannot take it seriously. I guess I can bring Schneisel in to support everybody. I don't know. Alright, Schneisel on board. Time for you to get out of here. Now, son, that's not how you aim the weapon. Dad, stop telling me what to do. It's like Charles right behind Clovis. Son, aim the weapon properly. You're not causing any damage. How's Lucius damage? Okay, he's doing pretty well. I think that I have Yuffie and Cornelia, it's going a lot faster than last time. Oh, let's see there. I want to call out anime. Take a look at it real quick. After my 2-man in a truck play. I got it right the 4th time. Okay. The first stream didn't have too much. The second one, let's see what that has. That's such a creepy commercial. Okay, let's see. Alright, I'm going through real quick here. Okay. I don't see anything related to Code Geass. Okay, that's kind of weird. What's this? That's not Code Geass. I'm not sure what that is. See a girl getting slapped repeatedly by another girl. Yeah, I'm gonna have to skip this one out. Oh, there's a VTubers. That's great. I always love seeing VTubers. And then, yeah, I don't see any Code Geass stuff in here, just first glance. Was supposed to be Code Geass stuff in here? I don't see anything. You let me know. There might be. Okay. So you're saying on the whim. Alright, because I don't see any Code Geass stuff in there. And a lot of VTuber. Yeesh. Okay. Alright. It varies. I mean, what's his name? Christopher Chamberlain is like... No, I'm sorry. That's not his name. Is it Christopher? Charles Chamberlain? Oh, the Knight of One. He's pretty OP. I don't think he could take out modern Nightmare frames just given the technology, but... God, that guy's really powerful. It took like the whole team to kill him. Alright, let's get a new interaction besides Schneisel and Yuffie. Oh, it's Yuffie and Cornelia. Man, everyone loves talking to Yuffie in this. Okay, let's... okay. Everyone loves talking to Yuffie for some reason. Okay, I'll bring in Cecile. I guess Clovis, you'll back her up. Clovis backing anybody up. What a joke. Come on, Clovis. You can do a little better than that. Oh my god, Clovis, you suck. Help out. Be useful. Making Cecile do all this work is really messed up, dude. You should be like defending her here. Wow. Okay, I'll bring oh, good. I got her right there. Nice. MVP of this game is Valletta. Valletta is so good in this game. He's so helpful. It's crazy. Oh, I guess I waste. Oh no, I got one out of it. Okay. Valletta is so good in this game. He is trash. The nightmares, I'd say they're like, they're not equivalent to, I guess, humans or nightmare frames like these, but against most people in hand-to-hand fighting, yeah, they're pretty powerful. Chamberlain maybe could fight a first generation nightmare frame, but I don't think he could take on anything after like 6, even then, you know, or 5, I should say. I guess we'll bring in Schneizel. Do something, I guess. I don't know. I like Cecile, but she's not the best character in this game. She's good. The new level 3 of Cecile is really good, but like she's not better than Valletta. Like it's not even close. Actually, hold on. This game is still too freaking loud. I can't even hear. I have to talk over the game. It's too loud. Can Charles even be helpful here? I guess he can help with his daughter. Funny, Charles never talks to Cornelia in the entire show. Not once. You'd think that would have came up at least once. But, no. I guess he had more important things to do, you know? Like, get married 1,000 times. Or, you know, just conquer Japan, I suppose. Ragnarok connection stuff. I don't know, I guess he was just too busy. He's a busy man, you know? Nice job, Charles. Worthless. Can you even aim with that gun? In hand-to-hand combat, I agree. Kyo and Renya are really powerful in hand-to-hand combat. Come on, Charles, a little faster, buddy. Clovis? Clovis? Jesus, wake up, man. Wait, he's taking a lot of damage? Oh, okay. Let me remove Yuffie then for a second. And let me put Nunnally in there to heal everyone here. That's probably true. Oh, I know. I'm just saying. Kyo versus Renya. I don't know the extent of Kyo's ability. I know he has like fire manipulation. I probably Renya. I mean, that beam he fired at Dash was pretty intense. Plus, he can drain the life force of anybody. I don't think Kyo can do that. So definitely Renya. Charles MVP of this battle. Charles not MVP of any battle. What a bunch of yeah, there's no way he's MVP of that. All right, we're about halfway now, and this is where things get a little intense because now that the game will actually make me use real strategy and tactics. So we'll see what happens. Let's see the battlefield. Yeah, this one's gonna be ooh, okay. I'm gonna have Lelouch cover Cecile while Clovis and Charles cover Cornelia. That's probably the only way I can make this work. There's one level where it's gonna be really hard because they have there's like it's 4 sections of nightmare frames coming in there, and you have 4 zones. That one's ugh. Well, we'll see. Ooh, Charles, who's he talking to? Oh, nobody. Oh, that's lame. Colin versus Shin. Probably Shin Hyuga. If it's the original what's it call it? Gurren? Yeah, probably the Vercingetorix. That thing is like, that Night Frame was disgustingly OP. Colin's a good Night Frame pilot, but I just don't see it. Lelouch, wake up, man. If Colin is the flight-enabled version, I think she probably wins. But just base? Nah, I don't think so. Guys, wake up. Man, I'll have Cornelia cover this, but I don't think she needs too much help on her own. I guess we'll have Clovis help out. Clovis helping out. What am I saying? Do a little damage, bud. Just a little damage. You can do it. Just a little damage. Just help Lelouch finish them off. I'll put Charles with Cornelia, but I don't think she really needs the help. Oh, really? No, I think it would. The way that the arm shoots the ray wave surger, I think could take out the Vercingetorix. I don't know. I think it's a good shot at it. I guess we Schneiser here. Oh, Lucia's in bad shape. Shoot. Okay, hold on. Let me go put a Yuffie in here to heal some people. Oh, someone's charging. Aww. Yeah, it is funny, right? Lucia's using the land slot. I mean, I have no other... I don't have the Gwen yet. That's all I have for him to use anyhow. Anyone else taking damage need to be healed? Besides Yuffie? Let's say we're okay. Kaboom. Chaz will try to help out Clovis here. They're both worthless. It's great. Come on, guys, do something. How about your brother Lelouch? He's having a hard time over there. We got through that one pretty quickly. Nice job, Charlie. Took him on one shot. All right. Very impressive. The trolling continues with these comments. Okay. Whatever you say. Okay. Doing pretty well, actually. I think it's because of having Yuffie and Cornelia plus the Varus is helping a lot. Lelouch as the Emperor with his Britannian army that fought Schneisel, that he has Zaku and Lancelot versus Shaman and her forces, and of course Nightmare. Wait, are you asking me or are you telling me like who would win that? Oh, I see, versus Shaman and her forces. Well, didn't it already happen and Lelouch won, right? Oh, that force. Oh. Oh, in that case, probably Shamna, just because the Nagi Shumain is power creeps the entire thing. That's the only reason why. They have way more forces and better leaders. But if you have the Nagi Shumain in there, then yeah, I would have to say it would be it would be Shamna's forces. Just because of that alone. I know that's kind of bullcrap, but like, ooh, this is difficult. But at least Cecile here, I do not. Once Cecile's done, I'll move her out of here. Okay, Cecile, I gotta take you out now. Alright, Cordelia, you're on your own. Have fun. You're on your own. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Cordelia. I'll bring you back up. We'll start with Clovis, because we always need some of his help. Okay. Alright, Lush, you'll cover this area while I wait for Cecile to come back. Jeremiah, you're doing a good job serving the royal family. That was your dream anyways. Yeah, I don't think they could take out the... It's just because the Nagi Shumain is too powerful. If they don't have the Nagi Shumain, they can easily beat the Zilkston forces. But if you don't have the Nagi Shumain, I mean, I'm not sure what to tell you. I don't think you got a chance. That I mean, if they have it, or if they don't have it, then they're screwed. If they do have it, they're gonna probably win. Okay, so I'll put in Cecile here. Okay, Jeremiah, serve the royal family, my friend. Okay, and then let's bring in Yuffie to do some of what she does best, healing. Let's bring Clovis to do what he does best, which is absolutely nothing. Bam. Ooh, Yadrika. How's Cecile doing? Oh, she's not doing that great. Okay. Natalie, help out, please. Oh, someone got past us? That's fine. One person's not a big deal. I guess I can bring in Charles in here to help out a little bit. And they're getting past us. Uh-oh, this is not going well. This is not going. We're talking about before the peace, right? Not like after, because after they have all the new forces. Before they don't have those new forces that can take out the Nagi Shumain. We do have a lot of leeway for this, but still. I feel like Lucius is wasting his time where he's at. If I had more time, I could maybe get him out of there. Oh wait, I totally can. Lucius actually has that ability where he can hop from one place to another. I completely forgot about that. He can actually, he's got a quick, no, Lelouch. Yeah. Tarzil, you're on your own. You're on your own. Oh boy. Come on, Lelouch, spawn faster. What are you doing? Oh my god. We need Lelouch in a better location where he can provide support for both sections. So maybe here? I don't know. I don't know, this is probably a bad spot for him, but he can at least, you know, yeah, that's where you need him. Not only the nightmare frame, what a joke. But whatever, she can't even see what she's doing. Hope she hits something, you know, because she can't see what she's doing. Okay. Did she kill anybody? Oh, alright, she did. Good job. How did Charles take any damage? He's been in the back row the whole time. What a legend. He took damage while he was in the back. Schneisel with the Black Knights, Damocles, and Flay versus Shamla and her forces. Oh, definitely Schneisel. Nagi Shimei is powerful, but a Flaya wins the battle. If you have Flaya, you win. They would just bomb Zolk'stan out of existence. There wouldn't even be a fight. You just nuke the place, you know? Why even have a confrontation? Yeah, Charles is in bad shape. Alright, we'll see what happens. Is this the one that's brutal? No, the one after this is brutal. Where it's just like you have an empty roll of nightmare frames. This one isn't too bad. I say it now, and then we actually get into it and it becomes awful. I will say, if anyone dies during this confrontation, I'm going to be really angry, and I might have to actually quit. I can't beat it with all the royal family. Okay, let's get interaction between Schneisel and Lelouch, or maybe Yuffie and Lelouch? I don't know. Just don't do a Yuffie and Cornelia again, or Cornelia and Schneisel again. Ugh, more Yuffie and Cornelia. Maybe they don't have it yet, I don't know. The only thing Charles needs is more beatings. He does not deserve more love, okay? I don't know what you're talking about. Okay. I guess we'll put Cecile here. And I'll put Lelouch here. Maybe Cornelia will be ready. And there she is, okay. Doesn't Lelouch cover that area? Oh, I guess not. I guess he wasn't covering that. Which means we're going to need someone to cover it. Clovis? Do something useful, you worthless piece of crap. Do something useful. There you go. Take them out. Do some minor damage to help Cecile beat them. I mean, yeah, they are stronger. They came afterwards, so that's kind of, I mean, that would be the expected outcome, right? If it comes afterward, it should be stronger. Well, at least Clovis is doing something useful here. So I'll put Dalton here. Dalton, I wish. Charles here. That is not Dalton. Not even close. Clovis has like one job, to watch one area of a specific part of the map. I think it's funny. That's so typical of what I would get him to do. These. Is Clovis, is he okay? Oh, right. Charles hasn't been healed yet. I might have to move Clovis soon if he's taking too much damage. Or just move him around. Whichever makes more sense. Oh, Clovis got to go, man. All right, Clovis, you're out. Schneisel, you're in. Let's take out Natalie. I'll meet her later. Wait, you can take... Wow, Clovis can spawn anywhere? Oh. That's really useful. I didn't know he could do that. He's got a fast respawn time like Lelouch. Annihilate for 20 seconds and Charles is almost dead. Oh my god, Charles is almost dead. No! Charles is dead. Damn it! Worthless piece of crap. Well, RIP Charles. It was, I couldn't protect Charles. He went out too fast. RIP, man. He's out. I mean, if Charles, if you die in this battle, like, you die for real. No, if you die in this battle, you're out of the game. So, oh god, it's getting bad. Guys, what are you doing over here? Playing games? Help out. Oh my god. You know, like, Cecile and Cornelia can't do everything. Come on now. You worthless. Oh no, Charles. He's gone. Well, that's alright. I couldn't protect him. Oh my god, it was like a... What the hell was that? It was like a... Jesus, they don't stop coming. Oh, Schneider's in bad shape too. Of course he is. Everyone is... Man, everyone's so weak in the royal family. Oh my god. Charles versus father. Oh, trial before the code. If father wins, then what is Charles after getting the code? I think father wins definitely before the code. And while he can't kill him because of the code, he can still definitely injure him severely. They're both immortal, by the way. So, yeah, poor Charles. Rest in pepperoni. So I got to take him out and bring in... well, since it doesn't matter anymore, I guess I'll bring in Valletta. So this will go from, like, stupid easy. I'm going to give her the Varus, because it's her weapon. It always was her weapon. The weapon. And then we'll give Lelouch the better... We'll give her Clovis's weapon, because Clovis has proven to be absolutely worthless with it. I don't even know what Clovis is useful for, besides being a bullet sponge. I'll give him a... We'll put him in the back row as a assistant, because he can't do anything right. He might get killed this way too. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay. And rest in peace, Charles. His dead video? Not sure what that is. Whew. Yeah, poor Charles. I didn't watch him carefully enough. Now he's gone. Oh well. At this level, the one I'm talking about, this one's kind of hard. Okay, establish the front line's gonna take a while, but once we get it, we should be good though. We need Valletta ASAP. Like now. Good. Okay. And we don't have any like. Okay, and then I think we'll put in stop slouching so much. Yuffie, you may want to heal these people. Close in the back like a good person. Okay, that looked pretty good. Looks like we're having no issues with taking out the forces. So it looks like we're having 2 non-ground for that one area. It seems to have no problems. Well, let's take a little bit of damage. Is it worth swapping out Yuffie for Nunnally? Give an R60. When we're at 70 troops left, I'll do it. You know what? Let's do it now. Wow. Wait, were there more units coming? What was that? That was weird. Wasn't there a unit? I guess I thought it was a unit coming. Well, I guess not. Maybe it died instantly? That was weird. Wasn't there a unit that I missed in that one? I don't know. That's what it looked like to me, but I guess maybe I missed. I didn't see it right. Anyways, last stage, and unfortunately Charles couldn't make it with us to the end, but everyone else did pretty good. I think Nunnally was actually better than I expected. Clovis was worse than I expected, and Schnazzo was about right. And Lelouch, I already knew he's pretty good. This Lelouch is actually pretty solid. He like stuns units and stuff. I wasn't using him for that purpose here, but he actually is good for that stuff. This one will be a little rough because we don't have enough units to cover everybody. Ooh, who's he talking to? Nobody, of course. I guess I gotta make more interactions in the game because I would like to see Lelouch talk to, you know, maybe his sisters. Looks like we got 3 of them in the chat here. No, we got 3 of them in the battlefield, and he's not talking to any of them. All right, Clovis, this is your chance to shine. All you gotta do is just give Cecile time, and you'll be okay. Watch him die in minutes. Okay, I'll bring in Valletta. Yeah, she needs to support this section. Or we can do this. So 2 sections. That's not bad. She has no cover though. That's bad. Guess I'll have Lelouch stand guard and help out a little bit. Okay, it's going pretty well here. Valletta and Cornelia are doing a good job taking out basically everyone that comes through this section. Somehow Clove is not dead yet. I'm very impressed. There's no healers either, so I mean he's really by himself over there. I mean he's responding well to the assignment I gave him, but like I was not expecting to be alive this long. Something tells me it's not gonna last too much longer once they start swarming, like right now. Well, Nully can't heal herself. I mean, why is she not healing herself? Okay, she is. Okay. Her health was kind of low for a second there. Yeah, Close, you know what? I have not had to put a healer in yet. He's actually... I guess he's good in Borai Kai. I'll keep that in mind. I guess he's good in that Nightmare frame. Oh, crap. Oh, and Nully doing her thing. Oh, now we're having some issues. Poop. I can't help both of them. Alright, Cornelia, Yuffie needs him, Clovis needs him more. No, he doesn't. Alright. Oh, Schneisel. Help out a little bit, will you? Just do something. Yeah, Shadow's doing a pretty good job. So, you know, support from the side there. A little ambush technique there. Yeah, I think we're gonna survive with no one getting completely wiped out here. Just Charles couldn't make it to the end. Oh, hold on. And like what, 4 more to go. There you go. Bam. Royal family doing it. Well, you know, Valletta and Jeremiah had to help out. But, you know, royal family, though. Pretty good stuff. Area clear. Good job, sir. Okay. There's a couple things I have to do before... Schneisel versus Lex in terms of intelligence, charisma, supporters. That's a hard one. I don't know. Lex versus Schneisel. I think Lex is obviously smarter. That's not what you were asking. That's just what I'm saying. I don't know. It's a good question. I don't have a good answer. I don't know. I guess I'll go with Lex. It's not an obvious answer though, but I'll say Lex. Just make a quick pick. Like, just don't think about it. Just pick someone. Well, I like the royal family, but they were definitely not the best. Although Yuffie and Cornelia and Lelouch are good. The rest of them are, you know, they're at least present, which helps a lot. Okay. Was there anything else I wanted to do in this game? I don't know. Let me think. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to do. I went to the expedition, second expedition mode, summoned. Yeah, that looks like it. Alright guys, we'll end it here. Thanks for taking part in this stream, and I will see you guys next week. Alright guys, take care.